के साथ 2 ओवर की समाप्ति 8 रन और अभी तक लाइक की बात करें तो गाइस जो टारगेट है वो पूरा नहीं हुआ है लाइक का। तो जितने भी साथी इस वक्त मैच देख रहे हैं सभी से दरख्वास्त इस वक्त वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिए। देख सकते हैं जी हाँ, तीसरे नंबर पे सोहेल, चौथे नंबर पे इमाद और उसके बाद धार आएंगी। तो जो बैटिंग एवरेज की बात करें 19, 8 और 16 का, जो एवरेज है वो इतना अच्छा नजर नहीं आ रहा है बैटिंग का। इसीलिए तो 200 रन का जो टारगेट है वो भी बड़ा नजर आ रहा है पाकिस्तानी खेमे के लिए, क्योंकि जो एक्सपीरियंस खिलाड़ी हैं वो इस वक्त इस टीम का हिस्सा नहीं है। एक मर्तबा जवेरिया ही है जिन्होंने अभी तक 200 से अधिक मुकाबले हैं वो खेले हैं। एक बार फिर इसमें आई है गेंदबाजी करने के लिए। आप सभी का स्वागत है गाइस। फटाफट क्लिक कर दीजिए लाइक बटन को और इस वक्त देख सकते हैं 202 रन का टारगेट है।
In both games, they've been 2 down for not very many, 17 for 2 and 23 for 2 in the 2 previous ODIs. And when you're in that position, it's already a mountain to climb, to get yourself out the hole and get yourself in the game. Credit to them that they've contrived to do that and run South Africa so close. But they'd really love to go into the T20 series on the back of a morale-boosting win, despite the fact that South Africa made omissions to 3 key players and gave some youngsters an opportunity. It's taken. Good catch. Really good catch. Low to the left. And Hida Khan fails again to go with the 8 and the 14. She's out for 3. And Lizelle Lee has taken a step at second slip. It's a really good catch. Reward for Shabnam Ismail. And Pakistan, another bad start. They're 8 for 1.
Same page है, slow wicket है. Comment में गाइस ऐसा बताया जा रहा है कि impossible to win पाकिस्तान के लिए.
A good low catch there by Lizelle Lee to her left. Diving towards the first slip, but it stuck well, and yeah, Pakistan find themselves 1 down. Nahida Khan has to go for 3. It's 8 for 1.
I think you summed it up perfectly in the sense it was way too close to cut. In actual fact, having been harping on about wind direction and getting the ball to shape away, that almost helped Shabnam Ismail there, because it might have suggested that it could be wide enough to cut, but it's kept angling in on the breeze. And although the length was there to chop, it was too tight and she could only slice it to slip. And the catching, which has been so indifferent, a good one by Lizelle. Imam Sohail, just 23 years of age, bowled for the first time today and was tidy with the ball, 1 for 11 and 4. Got her career bests in each of the first and second ODI. She got 37 in the first one and then 41 in the second one. So she's just getting better and better. And I tell you what, for a slight frame, she timed.
तो जी हाँ, लगातार यही बात कर रहे थे, गेंदबाजी को ऑफ स्टंप के ऊपर लाना, और उसके चलते ये गेंद देखिए कांटा है वो जरूर बदला, और जो अतिरिक्त उछाल था उसके चलते यहाँ पे वो विकेट है जो चाहिए था वो निकालने में कामयाब। और यही है कि क्योंकि आपको अपनी लाइन है वो बरकरार रखनी चाहिए, और यही उन्होंने किया, और लगातार ऑफ स्टंप के ऊपर गेंदबाजी, और जिसके चलते पतन।
और अभी देखना जरूर है ओ सोहेल आ चुकी हैं। जी हाँ, सोहेल बढ़िया खिलाड़ी हैं, डोमेस्टिक में अच्छा प्रदर्शन किया है, लेकिन जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मुकाबलों के जो आंकड़े होती हैं वो बिल्कुल इनके खिलाफ जाते हुए, और जितनी उम्मीद हम इनसे लगा के बैठे थे उतना इस वक्त देखने को नहीं मिल रहा है। तो आप सभी का स्वागत है एक बार फिर इस महिला अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मुकाबला। इस वक्त पाकिस्तान वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका का ये महिला तीसरा एक दिवसीय मुकाबला हो बिल्कुल स्ट्रिक जो बाउंसर होता है कंधे और मुंह के आगे से बिल्कुल एक परफेक्ट यॉर्कर इस वक्त बाउंसर देखने को मिला। और बिल्कुल इस वक्त कहते हैं ना कि कैसे डराया जाता है, वो डर इस वक्त पैदा करने की कोशिश है, क्योंकि शुरुआत जब अच्छी नहीं होती है, जब 2 मुकाबले हार जाती हैं और जब लीग का तीसरा मुकाबला सामने हो, तो बिल्कुल कह सकते हैं जो कॉन्फिडेंस का लेवल है वो बिल्कुल उस वक्त कमजोर होता है। और उस कमजोर कॉन्फिडेंस को अगर तोड़ना हो तो कुछ इस तरीके से ये तोड़ने का काम है वो जारी है गाइज। तो आप सभी का स्वागत है। जी हाँ, एक मरतबा फिर इस वक्त गेंदबाजी की कमान आप देख सकती हैं कैलाश के हाथ में। जरूर देखना जरूर होगा कि इस वक्त किस तरीके से गेंदबाजी करते हैं। एक बार फिर बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंद, बहुत ही करीब। जी अब बिल्कुल चेहरे से साफ नजर आ रहा है कि गेंदबाज और बल्लेबाज का जो कॉन्फिडेंस का लेवल है उसमें कितना अंतर है। और एक वक्त जी हाँ, जिस तरीके से गेंदबाज गेंदबाजी करे और बल्लेबाज बल्लेबाजी करे हैं उसमें बिल्कुल साफ झलक रहा है कि चेहरों से कि गेंदबाज इस वक्त कितना हावी नजर आ रहा है। एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी यॉर्कर करवाने की कोशिश। बिल्कुल इस वक्त तो कह सकती हैं कि अपने अंतिम कार्यों पे जाती हुई साउथ अफ्रीका जल्द से जल्द इस वक्त विकेट निकालने की कोशिश। और ये चेहरे बता रहे हैं कि इस वक्त जो कॉन्फिडेंस का लेवल है, एक तरफ पाकिस्तान के चेहरे और एक तरफ साउथ अफ्रीका के जो चेहरे नजर आ रहे हैं उनका साफ पता चल रहा है कि इस वक्त कि किस तरीके से यहाँ गेंदबाजी और कॉन्फिडेंस का लेवल। एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी करने की कोशिश, लगातार गति में परिवर्तन करते हुए एक और बढ़िया गेंदबाजी। जी हाँ, बिल्कुल कलाइयों का इस्तेमाल करती हुई गेंदबाजी में, जिसके कारण जो एक अतिरिक्त उछाल प्राप्त करने और गति निकालने की कोशिश है वो इस वक्त करती हुई कैलाश जरूर इस वक्त एक्सपीरियंस खिलाड़ी हैं और इनके पास काफी रिकॉर्ड है, जिनकी वजह से इनका जो कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल है गेंदबाजी का वो इस वक्त आला कमाल पे है। बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंदबाजी। और एक बार तो फिर बढ़िया गेंद ऑफ साइड की तरफ कवर ड्राइव करना चाहते थे, लेकिन एक बार फिर खिलाड़ी मौजूद। और इस वक्त जरूर कह सकते हैं कि स्ट्राइक रोटेट करना भी बहुत ही मुश्किल हो चुका है। और आप सभी का स्वागत है इस अंतर्राष्ट्रीय मुकाबले के अंदर। महिला मुकाबला इस वक्त चलता हुआ पाकिस्तान वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका के बीच में, और जरूर आप सभी इस एंजॉय करेंगे इस मुकाबले को। एक बार तो फिर तैयार होंगे गेंदबाजी करने के लिए। कैलाश क्या करेंगे इस वक्त गेंदबाजी में? एक बार फिर बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंद, बल्ले का बाहरी किनारा, थर्ड मैन की तरफ जाती हुई गेंद, जरूर खिलाड़ी मौजूद। 1 रन यहाँ निकालने में कामयाब होंगे। अभी तक पारी की शुरुआत की बात करें, अभी तक एक भी बाउंड्री लगाने में नाकाम इस वक्त पाकिस्तान खेमा। तारीफ काबिल है इस वक्त गेंदबाजी, बिल्कुल ऑफ साइड के ऊपर गेंद, और बिल्कुल एक भी खराब गेंद इस वक्त नहीं आती। JS की उन्नाथ, हेलो हाउ आर यू बाय गाइस, आप सभी का स्वागत है। बिल्कुल आप हमारे साथ कमेंट के माध्यम से जुड़ सकते हैं। एक बार तो फिर गेंदबाजी करेंगे, डाउन द लेग साइड गेंदबाजी, एक बार फिर बढ़िया गेंद गुड लेंथ की तरफ और विकेट टू विकेट गेंदबाजी, और बिल्कुल रूम निकालने में नाकाम। और इस वक्त 4 ओवर का खेल हो चुका है। 4 ओवर की बात करें तो इस मुकाबले में भी मात्र 11 रन हैं लगे। 1 विकेट है जो सलामी बल्लेबाज थी, क्या गुड लेंथ डिलीवरी थी, बिल्कुल थोड़ा सा हाइट पे बल्ले का किनारा, और फर्स्ट स्लिप में खड़ी खिलाड़ी के पास आसान सा कैच। और ये देख सकते हैं आज साउथ अफ्रीका की शुरुआत की बात करें, 24 पर दूसरा विकेट, लेकिन उसके बाद 24 के बाद देखते देखते 32 पर 5 विकेट हो जाते हैं, फिर 54, फिर 57, 72 और 98 और 201 रन पे ऑल आउट। तो ये आज जरूर कह सकते हैं कि पाकिस्तान की टीम ने गेंदबाजी तो अच्छी की थी, लेकिन शुरुआत तो वाकई में बहुत अच्छी थी। 124 के ऊपर दूसरा विकेट था, लगा था कि आज फिर करीब 300 के करीब टारगेट देखने को मिलेगा, लेकिन उसके बाद बैक टू बैक जो विकेट निकले हैं उसने दबाव है पूरी तरीके से बनाने में कामयाब हुए। तो गाइज फटाफट वीडियो को लाइक जरूर कर दीजिए अगर आप इस मुकाबले को एंजॉय करे हैं तो वीडियो को लाइक करना ना भूले। और एक मरतबा फिर डाउन द लेग साइड गेंदबाजी करेंगे इस्माइल एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी करते हाइट ओहो जी अब लगातार पटकी हुई गेंदबाजी हो रही है और बिल्कुल दबाव है पूरा डालने की कोशिश। और मैं अनुज चौधरी आप सभी का इस वक्त स्वागत करता हुआ इस मुकाबले का। और इस वक्त मात्र 11 रन है और जरूर समय है वो लिया जा सकता है क्योंकि स्कोर कार्ड है वो इतना बड़ा स्कोर यहाँ नहीं है। 201 रन है, 202 का टारगेट मिला है, तो समय है वो जरूर क्रीज पे लिया जा सकता है। लेकिन फिलहाल विकेट को भी अपने हाथ में रखना जरूर। पाकिस्तान खेमे की बात करें तो इस वक्त रन है वो निकले नहीं इस पूरे टूर्नामेंट में। जरूर पिछले मुकाबले के अंदर बहुत बढ़िया मिडल ऑर्डर ने वर्क किया, लगा था कि पाकिस्तान जीत जाएगी, लेकिन अंतिम समय में जो रन थे वो नहीं आने की वजह से रन रेट बढ़ा और अंत में जाके बिरो और एक मरतबा ये क्या हुआ, गेंद हवा के अंदर खिलाड़ी मौजूद और ये लीजिए और एक और बड़ा झटका। जी सोहेल की बात करें एक बार फिर नाकाम। इनका डोमेस्टिक एरियर अच्छा था लेकिन जैसे अंतरराष्ट्रीय नजर आ रही है। और गाइज अभी तक आपने वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया तो फटाफट वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिए। जी हाँ, प्लीज प्रेस द लाइक बटन एंड हिट द सब्सक्राइब बटन इफ यू वांट एंजॉय फर्दर नेक्स्ट live match on YouTube channel. So guys, please press the like button. नेक्स्ट बल्लेबाज की बात करें, इम्तियाज आई है, इनका भी बैटिंग एवरेज की बात करें 8.5 का बैटिंग एवरेज, 12 मैच खेले, मात्र 51 रन है। बेस्ट स्कोर की बात करें तो मात्र 13 रन है। और आज किस तरीके से खेलते हैं, एक बार बढ़िया शॉट खेला है थर्ड मैन की तरफ, खिलाड़ी इस वक्त फिर मौजूद और इस वक्त मैच तो काफी बढ़िया जाता हुआ दोनों ही टीम के बीच में। तो इस तरीके से विकेट था। जी हाँ, पिछला विकेट देखना चाहते हैं जरूर, फाइन लेग की तरफ खेलना चाहते थे, लेकिन जो उंगलियां फेरी थी गेंद के ऊपर जिसकी वजह से जो गति है वो नहीं मिली और एक आसान सा विकेट निकालने में फिर कामयाब रहे और 12 रन पे ये दूसरा विकेट बिल्कुल हो एक बार तो फिर बहुत ही बढ़िया गेंद, बिल्कुल ऐसे याद दिलवा रहे हैं जैसे जसप्रीत बुमराह गेंदबाजी करे हो। जी हाँ, जसप्रीत बुमराह की बिल्कुल। पाकिस्तान टीम की बात करें, नहीदा 3 रन बनाकर आउट, 11 गेंदों का सामना किया था इस्माइल और उसके बाद दूसरी सफलता भी इस्माइल को ही मिली। जो सोहेल है वो आउट होके गए थे, कैच आउट हुए, मात्र 2 रन बनाकर 7 गेंदों का सामना करें। और पाकिस्तान टीम की बात करें 13 रन बोर्ड पे जरूर है, लेकिन उसमें से 4 रन अतिरिक्त है, यानी बल्ले से अगर बात करें तो मात्र 9 रन आए हैं। 5 ओवर का खेल इस वक्त हो चुका है। पावर प्ले की बात करें, अपना तीसरा ओवर लेके आएंगे कैलाश, डाउन द लेग साइड गेंदबाजी करेंगे और बढ़िया गेंद। ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है कि जैसे पाकिस्तान टीम है वो जानबूझकर ऐसा प्रतीत करिए कि मैच वाकई में दबाव में है। बिल्कुल जो बल्लेबाज है सहमे सहमे से नजर आ रहे हैं। एक बार जरूर आपको अपना कॉन्फिडेंस दिखाना चाहिए। कदमों की बात करें, बिल्कुल कदम है वो चल ही नहीं है रहे हैं, जैसे मानो कि क्रीज के अंदर आके जम से गए हैं। एक बार तो फिर ये देखिए कदम है वो बिल्कुल भी इतना नहीं। एक बार फिर बढ़िया शॉट जरूर है, फिर गली की तरफ शॉट जरूर खेला, खिलाड़ी फिर मौजूद। थोड़ी सी हलचल इनको करनी ही पड़ेगी, यही वजह है कि रन आए नहीं है, विकेट जा रहे हैं। और इस वक्त देख सकते हैं केंत इम्तियाज 12 मैच खेल चुके हैं, अभी तक मात्र 51 रन अभी तक इनके पूरे कोटे में, जिनमें बेस्ट सर्वाधिक स्कोर की बात करें तो मात्र 13 रन। स्ट्राइक रेट है वो भी 50 से कम का। तो फिलहाल इस वक्त जरूरत पाकिस्तान टीम को यहाँ एक अच्छी साझेदारी की। तो जी हाँ गाइज, आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है इस एक दिवसीय मुकाबले के अंदर। कैलाश एक बार फिर बढ़िया गेंदबाजी, तो पाकिस्तान टीम के लिए यहाँ दिक्कत है वो लगातार बढ़ती नजर आती हुई, क्योंकि वो जो रन है निकालने में नाक्स सक्षम नजर आते हुए, और एक बार तो फिर यहाँ पे फिर बढ़िया गेंद, वो क्या लड़ेंगे जंग, जो शुरुआत ही करेंगे घुटनों के बल। तो जी हाँ, बिल्कुल सही कहा है कि वो शुरुआत ही क्या करेंगे, जिन्होंने पहले ही घुटनों के बल चलना स्टार्ट कर दिया है, जिनको पहले ये डर लग रहा है कि अगर गिरेंगे तो कहीं चोट ना लग जाए, वो पहले ही इन चीजों को सोच कर चल रहे हैं। और वही चीज बिल्कुल इस वक्त इस खेमे में नजर आती हुई। बिल्कुल आप सभी इस वक्त एंजॉय करें इस मुकाबले को। एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी करेंगे, लगातार एक ही लाइन पे गेंदबाजी। जी हाँ, गुड लेंथ डिलीवरी है, थोड़ा सा पीछे शॉट जिसको छोटी गेंद कहते हैं, लगातार एक ही लाइन पे गेंदबाजी होती नजर आ रही है। तो गाइस, जिस वक्त अंतिम गेंद आएगी इस ओवर की और 14 रन हो चुके हैं, 2 विकेट के नुकसान पे कुछ इस तरीके से गेंदबाजी होती हुई। तो जी हाँ, एंजॉय कीजिए आप इसके बाद। जी हाँ, उसके बाद आप एंजॉय करेंगे इंग्लिश कमेंट्री। और इसी के साथ ओवर की समाप्ति जाते जाते आप सभी से निवेदन है कि वीडियो को लाइक जरूर कर दें और उसके बाद एंजॉय कीजिए इंग्लिश कमेंट्री को।
Oh, that's better, said like a true South African. After limping to 220, having won the toss and batted, Pakistan have been rocked by Kagiso Rabada, who's 1 wicket short of 200 test wickets. The sky's the limit. Pakistan have just lost a 4th wicket because the night watchman Shaheen Shah Afridi has been dismissed. So perhaps the day is a bit better for South Africa. Shabnam Ismail is having a super day. 2 for 4 in 3. So put yourself in the captain's shoes. Shabnam Ismail.
Nah, as long as she's okay, I'd certainly give her another maybe 1 or 2 overs in this spell. She's bowling well, her tail is up, and why not?
Well, having sung her praises, that just looking for a bit of extra pace, she's dragged that one down quite badly.
She's obviously missing her partner in crime at the top of the order there with Marizan Cup, and really taking this opportunity and you know, as she does normally, but she's leading from the front.
I think it's important for South Africa to look at life after Cap, life after du Preez. They were omitted today, but they're not going to be in South African colours forever. You'd like them to be, but it's never going to be the case. It can't be. So what have you got after them? And they had a look today at, we've seen Klaas with the new ball, and she started indifferently with those 4 wides in the opening over. We've had a look at Bosch and Brits and didn't see enough to know that they can do the job. So from a South African perspective, yeah, they've got a very good side, 4th ranked in ODI rankings, and could be better if they just believed more in themselves and won some clutch games. But it's when that core of experience disappears, and if they all leave at once, there's going to be a bit of a problem. This is such a good approach by South Africa to the new batswoman, because Kamat Imtiaz has now faced 8 balls, and you can just sense a little bit of edginess creeping. She's knocked Klaas to the onside and wanted 1, and could so easily have run her captain out. So it's important for the last ball of this over, Shabnam Ismail stays on the money, keeps her down that end and goes, okay, build the pressure. You still haven't got a run and you faced almost double figures. It's a good start by South Africa in pursuit of, in defence I should say, of the 202. allowed to go through. Just one from the over, 7 done. It's 15 for 2. So a good start by South Africa. They'd have been disappointed with the 201 they posted, but everything's been rectified by the performance up front. Ismail in particular, with her 2 for 5 of her first 4 overs, has set a wonderful tone. And now South Africa need to back it up. From a Pakistan perspective, we've seen how resilient they've been. Haven't got off to the best starts at the top of the order in all 3 of these one-day internationals that have taken place here at Kingsmead, but the middle order has come to the good, and the lower order has also made valuable contributions and has got them close to both the 200 and the 250 that were set in the first 2 games. And who can be the one? Tahira Khan still at the crease. She's the experienced campaigner and hasn't had the best of series so far, so if she can settle in, we think she could be someone who could back right until the 40th over and get a team into contention.
Yeah, Polly. Trouble to the top of the order for Pakistan continues. I think it's been a great start by Ismail. It's really set the tone for South Africa. Defending quite a lowish total.
I think if Javeri just allows herself the opportunity to actually just find a flow and find a rhythm with the bat, I think she'll really give the team a chance to chase down this 200.
I think an important part of batting is to be in the middle, spend some time in the middle. It gets easier the longer you're out there. I think the Pakistan top order haven't been able to do that in this entire series up to now.
Often when you talk about the experienced campaigners, you look at the stats. And in the case of Zaviria, all you have to do is look at her helmet. Her helmet's a lot more experienced than the person batting at the other end, and she is. It's been under the sun and had a bit of sweat over it. You can see the light green, grey kind of colour. Compare it to the other end, well, that's a new campaigner. That's a brand new, nice and green. It's been a good fight back as well from Klaas. Her first over was 9 deliveries, 4 wides involved, and now she's got it back. 0 for 12 and her 4 was 17 for 2. There you can see the impact of early wickets in the one-day international. South Africa didn't lose their first until the 16th over. You can see the 2 wickets up front have really rocked this Pakistan innings to start. Ismail, the chief destroyer. She continues. Oh, some nice away swing.
This has been setting the tone quite nicely for South Africa here. This is something that you mentioned earlier, but Klaas starting to find the rhythm. Very often you'd see captains taking off bowlers after the first over in the way she did, but captain has persevered with her and it's come good.
We've seen many occasions where a batter gets off to a dodgy start and then settles in. Nothing wrong with giving a bowler a chance to recover. Hey, Vern?
I have to fully agree with you on that one, Polly. And so often when batters have a bad start, they get a second, third opportunity. But when bowlers have a bad start, they're off. And Claire Ishmael must be really happy with this performance. I think she was trying to harden her 100th match. She's now settled just back into rhythm, and she started with brilliantly.
I'm loving how she is going about this bowling spell of hers today. Polly, I just think she's found a length almost immediately this time round. And I don't think she's trying to bowl too quickly either, which is brilliant to see. And she's been rewarded, and the fielders have actually taken the catches for her as well. So I mean, that's put a bit of a spark in her step as well.
Really good. Air ball on this one, but we'll go straight to the third man position. Field that's set for her. She's got a almost 2.5 slip, very squarish gully. In many ways it's Billy Boots calling all pockets. Sometimes as a captain you just say to your fielders, I'm actually not too sure, you just back yourselves, you go where you think it's going to end up. And it looks like it's the case, but I suppose if it's Sunil Lewis at slip as the captain, she's making the decisions and expecting the ball to go square rather than flying. So 2 singles from that over, 19 for 2. See the brilliant start from Ishmael. 5 overs, it's been 23 dot balls and 2 wickets for just the 7 runs. And it was early on in the piece. Her second and third overs when she struck. You're going to see the first change of bowling for South Africa in this third ODI. And Bomokaka is into the attack. She's replacing Klaas. Picked up a couple of wickets in the last game, so she'll be happy with the way she did, considering she was left out of the first match of the series. She's operating from the old Fort End. And pretty accurate to start. Of the captain. She has it tucked into her pocket and it just fell out as she was looking to complete that single. We talked about her performance from left out of the first game. She was back into the mix in the second game, picked up 4 wickets. These were the wickets to fall.
Yes, it's been brilliant. She's been able to hit a good line and length and make life really uncomfortable with the keeper standing up. Forcing batters to go square of the wicket. They're forcing batters to go square of the wicket in the last game, and it has been really effective. This wicket. More importantly, put a match-winning performance in there. Make sure she got South Africa across the line in the second one.
And she's looking like she's just carrying on from where she left off in that second ODI. Really on the button here.
You can just feel how picking up those wickets just installs so much confidence.
Might just be one or two little performances. And, she seems to have settled into that same line and length. Short this one and wide and beautifully played by Zavira Khan. The placement was key. And that's her first boundary of the day after 25 deliveries.
Yeah, just short in this occasion. The width offered. We know how strong Zavira Khan is square of the wicket. So took full advantage of that one.
Short again, but this time she picks out the fielder at square cover. So after 10 overs completed, 25 for 2, end of the first power play. Another great performance, 25 for 2. They achieved 40 for 2 and 47 for 2 so far in the series. But this is the impact of Ismail. Wickets up front, nice and tight on the off stump, good catch. There's a leap. And nice and straight, at close too early. From Sohail, popped up in the air, and an easy catch for Brits. So the double blow means that on all 3 occasions they've lost the 2 wickets in the first 10 overs. And unfortunately for them this time, they've only acquired 25 runs, and that was 4 of them, and the second last delivery before the end of the power play. As has become a custom, South Africa, as soon as the first power play is finished, Lava gets introduced into the attack, and you can see basically half as many runs as South Africa acquired in their first 10 overs. So already behind the asking rate, behind the 8 ball, and we'll have to see a different approach. Lava was brilliant in the first one, in her debut. She was 1 for 19, but struggled a little bit in the second game. Didn't get as much purchase out of the surface and dragged quite a few deliveries short. That's why you see an average of 65. That's where she needs to be.
Yeah, policy's been brilliant in the first one-day game. The second one-day game, you almost feel that the batters brought more intensity, took her on a little bit, just to unsettle her off the length. Like you've alluded to, she dragged 1 or 2 short. It's Pakistan the batters capitalise on, but really been impressive in the first one day, and there is a little bit of purchase in this wicket.
There we go, just on cue, Kibern. Very good call. Playing that Imtiaz really is struggling. She's just got the 3 of the 20 deliveries. But as we've mentioned before, Lava not necessarily the most beautiful, pronounced seam position, but when she gets the ball in the right area, she does get it to purchase. 5 dot deliveries. Can she finish and get out of here with a maiden? She can't. She slides it down the leg side, and that's a gift to Imtiaz. As we mentioned, has been struggling. That's a nice little release for her. 2 runs from the over. At the end of the 11th, 27 for 2. There's the good news for South Africa. They've been disappointed after getting a good start. Over Markham and du Plessis had them over the 100 mark before losing the second wicket. Bowled out for 220, but they've recovered well. 33 for 4. And one of those is the night watchman, but still, a wicket is a wicket. And they've got themselves into a good position. Pakistan still 187 runs behind after day 1. And the bowlers doing the job once again for South Africa.
Kaka continues on this side, and it's good cricket awareness to take one to mid-on-me.
I must say, she really is getting some beautiful shape. A little bit late into the batter, but the batters are waiting nice and long to just meet the ball.
Knocking it onto the leg side. And that's beautifully played. Backed up with some quality fielding. I think that's Annika Bosch on the square cover.
Yeah, I must say we've seen some unbelievable drives straight to the field in the series.
be sliding down leg side, but could be tight if it's direct hit as well. Wolford was the fielder. Comfortably home in the end, so really well run. Okay, as you talk about that, a little bit of tail, so she just hovers it outside the off stump, and then a little late movement makes it difficult to access the offside. It's doing the job. Look at the seam position. Nicely out of the hand, and you can just see the tail makes it hit the inside edge. Late movement. Oh, miscommunication, nearly a bit of confusion, but it all ends well.
What that does to the batters, it kind of just allows a gap between bat and pad, as if they don't cover that late tail in by Kaka.
I think as we've come accustomed to playing over the years, the ball nipping back into the right hand has always been a difficult ball to be dealing with, especially in one-day cricket.
Because of that shape, there's been a change of field, so strengthening of the leg side, shortened wicket in place, and you'd expect as disciplined a line from Kaka, close to the off stump. Exactly what it is, and she gets a dot ball to India. So 2 singles from it, 29 for 2.
गाइस क्या लगता है आज आपको पाकिस्तान जीत पाएगी क्या गाइस? 2 विकेट गिर गए और टेस्ट मैच की तरह खेल रहे हैं. क्या लगता है गाइस आपको, क्या पाकिस्तान जीत पाएगी ये मैच?
Really explains things well. 7 boundaries to this point for South Africa, just the one for Pakistan. Overs quickly into position. She really does get through her overs quickly. Great for a captain in the over 8. But she'll be disappointed with that start. Tendency we've seen throughout the series from her is her bad delivery, is the short drag down, and it opens up the offside.
Yeah, we spoke about this earlier. When she do get it wrong, she drags it short and capitalised this time by Imtiaz. Full advantage of it.
That's beautifully played. No calling whatsoever. Zavira Khan is saying to Imtiaz, it's all fine hitting a fantastic shot, but you still have to communicate afterwards. No one was sure that they were going to try and get through. There probably was an easy single in the end if they'd gone straight away.
Love her really enticing the drive, yeah. I'm eager to see if she kind of just floats it a little bit more. Rather better to hit it up in the air for Lee to stand a chance and catch there.
She is giving it some another example. Nice and straight. And what Imtiaz is doing superbly well is getting that front foot out of the way. Sometimes what you'll see is when the ball's thrown up, a batter will plant that front foot and then look to play around it after that. Imtiaz has been really good. Watch how she clears that front leg, gives herself space for the bat to come through. Just becomes so much more difficult when Lava gets the right line and length. We saw the first delivery of the over was a poor one, but since then she's been spot on. And finishes with a decent one as well. So good recovery for the over. The boundary from it, 33 for 2. No city centre there. That's out of town. No big buildings, no skyscrapers to talk of. That's where Pakistan have let themselves down. They got off to a decent start, so it was 9 of the first 2 overs, but then once the wicket went down, from then it's been pretty average from a skyscraper perspective.
Claire, I'd like to pick your brains in this one. If you had to be the batting consultant or the batting coach for Pakistan, having witnessed how they've gone through the series, what sort of mindset would you want him to be in? What sort of target would you want him to go in the last sort of 10 overs?
Yeah, a lot more of that. A lot more of finding the singles, finding the gaps, getting to the other end, the non-strikers end. Because that just allows you to get to know the pace of the pitch, the feel of the pitch. It allows you to settle. You won't get bogged down, you won't feel the pressure because the scoreboard is ticking over as well.
There've been some decent shots where I have picked out the fielders, but it's so important. But taking the strike, just getting the intensity going, and then when you do get that boundary ball and put it away, it's almost like building on a really decent performance. But it's been a lot of dot balls so far throughout this innings. Just the 2 fours. South Africa are just squeezing and squeezing, not letting them out of their reach whatsoever.
I think that's all you need. The fielders to back their bowlers. You know, the bowlers have set the field, and for the fielders back the bowlers and build up that pressure with the dot balls. It's just fantastic.
And the coaching staff will be happy because they went for the risk of not playing the experience of Marizan Cup, and it's been backed up by the team, the bowlers, the fielders. Probably the strongest first 14 overs that South Africa put in throughout this series. South Africa comparison-wise was 62. Pakistan 34 for 2. So clearly a fair distance behind. A lot of work to do. And the over ends with another dot ball. So just another over of a single. 34 for 2 and time for a change of voice.
गाइस जो लोग नए आए हो सबके सब सब्सक्राइब कर लेना गाइस सब्सक्राइब लाइक एंड शेयर
4 bowlers used, all tidy. Shabnam Ismail the pick by some margin though. She struck twice and been under 2 to the over. She's having a rest because it's spin. We've seen 2 overs from Nkululeko Malaba. She's been tidy in the series. A 1 for 19 and 10 overs in her debut, and the first one was outstanding. Not quite as a decent a ration in the second one, but tidy enough. Close. Was there a little bit of bat on it? Let's watch the umpire. Yeah, no signal coming from umpire Achenbach, so obviously a little bit of a brush.
Yeah, I think she'll be overall happy with her performances so far. Yeah, just a little tickle of the bat there.
Indicated as such by the umpire. I think one of the things as a spinner, when you're bowling, you're trying to get a rhythm, and the approach of the opposing batsman is just one of I'll hit you where I won't take any risk. You get your rhythm a lot easier, and I think she's finding that. Oh, that's better. Now she just slaps it straight back past the bowler for 4. It was over-pitched, a little tossed up, and the offering was accepted. That's a super shot by Kamat Imtiaz, who goes to a career best, 14 not out.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot there. It was a 4 ball. Just moved to the pitch of the ball and beautifully driven down the ground. Straight as you like.
Just too much air on that occasion. There can be sometimes too little pace. Fetched across the line out to deep mid wicket. She's got the bit between the teeth now. It should just be 1. They're coming back. Oh, they won't come back on the Shabnam Ismail arm.
That was poor running, actually. There should have been 2 there. But they really didn't push the first run hard. Ismail coming in with that strong arm of hers. It looks a bit more intent in this over from the two batsmen out there.
15 done, it's 40 for 2. So once again, Pakistan in early trouble at 12 for 2. They've been bedeviled by their starts. They were 23 for 2, 17 for 2, and now 12 for 2 today. But they've started a recovery. It's taken them a good 10 overs to put together 28. You can see by comparison, South Africa were cruising along with Lee and Wolfart at 70 without loss.
There's a change of bowler. Sine Loose, the captain, bringing herself on from the odd 14.
And those numbers will suggest a bowler of some quality, and at her best she certainly is. But we haven't seen enough of her consistency in this series. She's been very lightly raced. She's only bowled a handful of overs, but that's because she hasn't been at her best. She's 0 for 22 off 3 overs in the series. It's amazing how someone, because she actually came onto the scene, if memory serves, as a frontline leg spinner who could bat a bit, and turned her career the other way around now. So she's lost confidence with this phase of the game.
Yeah, I think she went through a really long spell of lack of confidence. And it's probably only in the year or so where she's begun to find some kind of rhythm again. But even then, you know, she seems to bowl short or gives it too much air.
Like that. And if that hadn't been premeditated, it's probably still going to go to the fence. No, the chase is on from Kaka. They're going to cut it off and keep it down to 2. But if it hadn't been premeditated, if she just waited to whack it wherever she liked, she could have.
You know, but having said that, you know, she's 3 short of 100 wickets in ODIs. And she does have a tendency when she does come on to pick up that wicket. It's always a time, though, for the batsman, you know, when a bowler like that does come on and you get the short one, you get the full one, it's very difficult to maintain that concentration. Sometimes you see the ball and your eyes get big and all of a sudden you mistime it and you're bowled out on the boundary somewhere, so...
.43 for 2 after 16. She got out of that over somewhat, just conceding 3. Javeria Khan, the captain, and Khamat Imtiaz introduced into the side today in her first ODI of the series. Wolfart and Lee were outstanding atop the order for South Africa. Diana Baig has been the feature for Pakistan with the ball. 124 for 1, 201 all out. 12 for 2 has become 43 for 2 for Pakistan.
South Africa have done well. You know, the original rate at 4 and over is now gone up to 4.7 and over, and that's within 17 overs. Just once again, kids, just show you the importance of the dot balls, just to bowl that pressure. Look, I think the 2 wickets have helped as well, but you know, that's the pressure that they have been building.
That is top fielding, because I tell you what, that's the get out of jail for the bowler. It's a short, long hop outside the off stump, no protection beyond, hit perfectly, and the fielding quite outstanding. And it's just that piece of fielding to the bad ball in the over. The batsman will be going, well, I've already got my 4 off the over. But Bosch was really well equipped at cover to keep that to a dot. Can she go through the over now?
Yeah, and already, Brett, 5 balls gone and no runs scored.
Yeah, and it should have been the boundary, but the pressure builds on the batsman now because of that, and that's how fielder can back up their bowler. When they bowl the bad ball to pull out the great piece of fielding, keep it down to nothing. Got away with the maiden. That's a good return. 17 done. It's 43 for 2. Time for afternoon drinks.
गाइस जो लोग नए हैं वो सबके सब गाइस वीडियो को लाइक कर दो, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो गाइस, और सबके साथ शेयर कर दो.
So starting to restore things a little for Pakistan in pursuit of the 202. They need to get a consolation win in this 3-match momentum one-day international series. Javeria Khan, the captain, has been solid. And Kamat Imtiaz, coming in for her first performance in the series, has done tidily enough after a slow start. 2 wickets have fallen, both to Shabnam Ismail. Good catch, Lizelle Lee. Nahida Khan trying to cut one that was too close to her. And then Amima Sohail gets a lifter into the hip and doesn't cope with it well. Tasman Brits, no trouble under that. It was 2 down early, 12 for 2 again. Just the leading edge. And a 2 down for 12, Pakistan in a bit of trouble. They've added 31, these two. Shabnam Ismail the pick, although we've used 5 now. And Labra and Kaka have been pretty tight. Masabata class bowled a wretched opening over that had 4 wides in it. Now Sine Luce has introduced herself and gone for just 3. It has a look about the attack at the moment of containment. We'll dot them up rather than penetration. But who knows what can be contrived by a wrist spin. A wrist spin is always one of the most difficult arts. Sine Luce bowling her wrist spinners now, and if she can get one to pitch and turn, she may be in the money. Here she goes to Javeria Khan. Protection on the boundary.
Yeah, and all those bowlers are running at three runs to the over, Brett, with the exception of Shibnan Ismail, who is outstanding at 1.5 runs and over. So that pressure being built up all the time.
Oh, taken! There it is. That's a bit of a soft dismissal, but it's a great catch. He's lobbed it up on leg spin, on leg stump, and Kamat Imtiaz has decided to have a lash at it and has picked out mid-wicket. And it's a very, very good catch. And Imtiaz has gone just when Pakistan were building a partnership. She's gone for 16. It's 44 for 3.
Yeah, the drinks break's done it again. It's a great catch there by Laura Goodall. Took it well, but she has to go.
यहाँ पे 30 विकेट गिरता हुआ guys.
Canadian Imtiaz
और
on for
डर आते
16. It's
हुए
44 for 3.
What a good catch that was. She put down a lot easier one in the second international. That lobbed up leg stump. I'll whack this. Flat, low, away to the right. Diving away, Laura Goodall. And that is a very good catch. The skipper gets her wicket. What a lift that is for South Africa. 44 for 3 now. The form batsman in this Pakistan side, Nida Dar, 50s in both the innings of the series. It wouldn't suggest from that average, only averaging 16.2 and 6 50s, but 2 of those have come in the series. 59 not out in the first game when they lost by 3 runs, and 51 in the second. Leading run scorer for Pakistan. She's on strike to Sinelus. Paddle round the corner.
Yeah, Nida Dar has been very influential with the bat for Pakistan. She's also been involved in both those record partnerships.
I made the point this morning, Kaz, drinks break, wicket. Lizelle Lee this morning, and straight away again after a drinks break, Kainat Imtiaz out. Punched away into the deep, should just be one.
I think it'll also, that wicket also will give Sinelus some encouragement there. She's not picked up a wicket in the series so far, just needing 2 more now for those 100 wickets. Maybe she could do it today.
Too short, pulled away. Ground to be made in the deep, not much, so it's done comfortably. Just the one. So 4 from the over and the wicket. It's 47 for 3. They were just threatening to start to develop a partnership with Kainat Imtiaz and Jabiria Khan. And that very good Goodall catch has seen the back of the number 4 and put the pressure once again back onto Pakistan. Nearly 5 and overs wanted. It's not out of control as yet, but when they're only going at 2.6, it just shows how good South Africa have been in the field today. Tell you what, they've taken 3 decent catches. The Brits one was relatively regulation, but Lizelle Lee had slip, and that one from Goodall.
Great, I'm very impressed with the fielding thus far. It has been an area that was lacking.
Absolutely. South Africa, by their own admission, have been substandard in the first 2 one-day internationals. And if they'd fallen short in the first 2 games, they could certainly have had their catching to blame. They put down, probably close to double figures the number of catches South Africa have dropped in the... Beautifully bowled. Nice little bit of extra pace and certainly good grip. It turned. My word, they've done each other and it's gone for 4. Well, it might not. It might be pulled up, but we saw that earlier where one left it for the other, and on this occasion it's cost them runs.
And a little bit of miscommunication there from Laura Wolfhard and Annika Bosch. Oops, one left it the other and straight through the legs there.
Just when we're starting to sing the praises of how good South Africa and sharp they've been today in the field, and you see a sloppy moment such as that. almost mandatory commentator's curse. Swept. There's lots of ground to be made now. That's a really good piece of fielding. Gee, that was athletic. There was plenty of ground to be made. I felt sure it would be a boundary, but Tasman Brits has got round and kept it down to 2. 4 from the over, 51 for 3. So the men are doing duty over in Karachi in the test match, the first of the 2-match series. South Africa won the toss, batted first and stumbled along to 220. Spin getting 5 wickets there. Dean Elgar continues his good form, getting 58. But courage from South Africa. They fought back manfully in the final session, reducing Pakistan to just a meager 33-4 down. They may just hold the edge on the end of the first day. Rabada 1 short of 200 test wickets. They put it behind them, Laura Wolfart and Annika Bosch, this little bit of miscommunication. Bosch was involved with the previous, she left it, but Sanae Loose was alert. That's the first one, look at that. She's there, and then here now Bosch is going to be the recipient. Wolfart slides, oh, and I'll leave it for you, but I didn't expect it. Sanae Loose. Push hard is the call. Will they come back for 2? No, they won't. Good strong arm. Too much. Every now and then she comes out with one that really does come out the hand a lot better. It's got a nice trajectory, gets a bit of fizz on it. Look at that revs on the ball. Out comes the sweep, but there's turn there and lots of it.
Oh yeah. And Ida Dar also, she tends to stay in a crease. You know, she's very reluctant to maybe use her feet and come down the wicket.
My word. It was short enough to pull, but it turned and she's toe-ended that. Black ball centre pocket.
She was snookered, Brett.
Absolutely. Watch this, toe into the bat. Where's it gone? I think when you're playing Sanae Loose, the key is that bad ball, and there's going to be one every over that comes. You have to get that one away, because in between she bowls a couple of threatening deliveries. As such, this over's only gone for the single. Well, there's the freebie, and it's packed away into the deep. Gee, the out cricket, there's been some pretty swift athletes in the outfield for South Africa today. That's good work. Just 2 from the over, it's 53 for 3. I must admit, the addition of Bosch and Brits, the 2 relatively new players, Brits and Newcap, their out cricket is sharp. They're both pretty quick over the ground. They get to the ball well. Yes, we've just seen the misfield from Bosch and the misunderstanding with Wolfart, but as a rule, they add to the fielding dimension of South Africa. Going for 3 and over, 3.2 and over is Malava, 0 for 16 in her 5, 1 maiden. She goes to Nida Dar.
Yeah, so I certainly think they've brought some energy into the field.
That is certainly the release stroke for Nida Dar, that sweep that she plays to good effect. Nice to see Javeria making a contribution up the order, opening the batting. Maybe that could be a place.
Yeah, she's just below below the 50 in the strike rate, but you know she's still there. Wickets have been falling around her, so it's really important now that she stays as long as she can deep into the innings.
Been a couple of occasions here where Trisha Chetty has gone to fetch the ball from a boundary throw and it's soared over her head, and just as well there's backing up. When does it start getting a concern, the run rate? Probably not yet, even though they're only going at 2.6 to the over, and that's now over 5 required. They can always accelerate. Just the single. 21 overs gone. It's 56 for 3.
For 3, chasing down the 201 for South Africa. 146 more required. So Loose picked up a wicket today. She's got a 98 ODI wicket. Can she pick up another 2 in this match? If she bowls a couple more deliveries like that, she definitely will.
Yeah, I think it's good to see her just bowling a few more overs. It's only getting the confidence up. Like you've alluded to, she's nearing that milestone.
Did you hear there, Bern? Watch the spin, watch the spin. Every one of us has been done by the spin over the years. And they play that sweep shot, it heads off in front of square, and then it's got that side spin on it. And because everyone's been through that scenario, the warnings tend to come out from the infield. It's nicely tailed one in the corner. We're looking for the second. And should get back comfortably. Yes, she decides. Puts in a dive. It was a good effort by Chetty. She covered a lot of ground and a strong throw.
I like that paddle sweep, accessing that open area of the field, then getting 2 runs. I think maybe if Lazali had just been a little bit more away, there was a run-out chance at the end.
Vera Khan's got herself to 25, and you can understand the thinking from Pakistan. They've got off to poor starts, so they decided to send the experience, the captain, to the top of the order. And she's got herself to 25, and unfortunately there's been wickets falling in and around her.
I suppose Brett made a valid point before he jumped off the air. At what stage does the run rate start bothering you as a batting team?
You look at what's required, it's not that much of a bother, just over 5 to the over, but it's the rate that they're going at. Less than 3, so it's a massive change from 2.73 to 5 in order to achieve the total. 60 for 3. Bowling options been used by South Africa so far. Ishmael, brilliant at the top of the order. So Loose has been the one who's picked up the other wicket to fall. Change of end for Kaka. She's now going to be coming from the Umgani end. 3 overs, 0 for 9. As we said, she continued from a fine performance in the second game where she picked up 4 wickets. Interesting, just the 2 fielders back for South Africa, far leg and third man position. And that's with nasty square. Should be easily able to be cut off, but Khan will get back for the second. I think at some stage they might need to pop your odd delivery over the top or take a little bit of a risk to try and spread the field to make the singles a little bit easier to acquire.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why South Africa is only having the 2 fielders outside the ring. So they're able to squeeze them even tighter. Make them take an unnecessary risk, I suppose, and that way get them into further trouble.
There we go. There's an example of just what we were speaking about. Beautifully played straight down the ground, and it will make its way to the boundary. Just Saveria Khan's second boundary of the day and only the 4th boundary for the team. So it's been tough going. And these release shots, oh so important.
Yeah, I think in this occasion, Kaka just floating it up there, giving the length to work with. Well executed over the bowler's head. Straight across the bowler for 4.
Interesting to see Kaka bowling with a cross-seam delivery there. She got some good swing in her first spell, holding the seam nicely pronounced and upright.
I think we saw it when she had the seam upright, how she got the ball to drift back into the batters. It really made it uncomfortable and difficult to score. This occasion, opting to go with the cross seam. Make it a touch easier for the batters.
Captain Saveria Khan tend to suggest that she feels there definitely was a single there, but I'm with Nita Dar at this stage. It is funny to watch Sunay lose between overs. She tries to bowl at least 3 or 4 deliveries to mid-on before she starts the over. So you can see she's still not 100% comfortable what she's trying to do. She's trying to find that rhythm. That's a good start. Nice little toppy to start proceedings. Got a little bit of bounce and purchase.
Yeah, I think being a leg break bowler, probably one of the most difficult arts of bowling to perfect. And if you haven't bowled the amount of overs under the belt, it will lack a bit of confidence every now and again. Wide in this occasion, but it's good to see her backing herself to bowl a few overs out in the middle. So there's growing confidence in more she bowls.
Nita Dar has been the form batter for Pakistan in this series. She played really well, giving her her team the opportunity when they haven't got off to a great start at the top of the order. She's been the one in the middle overs to rectify the run chase and set them up for a final burst. We talk about that. She uses her feet beautifully. I feel we need to see a bit more of this. It's brilliant batting. Use of the feet, gets to the pitch, and once you've done that hard work, then it's just a flourish of the hands through the hitting zone, and the placement was superb. Top shot.
Definitely agree there, Pauline. Beautiful use of the feet. And just hitting through the line down the ground there. I almost feel that in the previous two games, if she had kicked on a little bit sooner with these types of shots, we could have come even closer.
And then she goes for a wild hit, and this could be the 99th wicket for Suniluse. It is. That's the massive wicket South Africa were after. We talked about how Dar has been the star performer with the bat for Pakistan. Maybe overconfident, played a great shot the ball before, trying to take the attack to South Africa again. And Suniluse has picked up her second of the day, 99 ODI wickets for the South African standing captain.
Yeah, I think on this occasion, the length wasn't quite there. Opted to go across the line, hit straight up, and a great catch by Ismail to see the back of Dar. Dar makes her way back to the changing room for 14. Pakistan 71 for 4.
Yeah, it was good communication between us, Ismail and Kaka. It was up in the air. There could have been a bit of confusion. You can sometimes get a collision. This is the lady in picture who's enjoying this moment more than anyone else. 99 ODI wickets, an average of under 20. She's been underutilized over the last while, but that's through a lack of confidence. This little spell of 2 for 18 will definitely be doing the trick to make her start believing in her bowling once again. But you do see from that example, she's just picked up the 2. Has a drinks break, and she bowls 3 deliveries through to mid-on again, just to keep that confidence ticking over. And sometimes you have to go to those extreme measures. Maria Ria is next to the crease. She's fresh off of 50 already on this tour, averaging just under 21. And this is why she's here, across the line. I think the angle of the bat, and as she makes contact, Nida Das, she would have realized that it wasn't going to be good enough. So a boundary, a single, a wide and a wicket off that over, 72 for 4. See from the graphic on the right-hand side, not much batting to go with regards to averages. Sana made a nice contribution in the last game. Buzz is better than those 7.26 would reflect. And Baig made a nice contribution in the first ODI, so there are some contributions awaiting this Pakistan side, but Zavira Khan is the key at the top of the order, 32 of 54. You would think she need to be there for at least another 20 overs to give Pakistan a chance. Bonga Kaka will continue from the Umgani end. .130 or 156 required. And that's a nice shot. Wayne allowed to pick up a single.
Yeah, and I suppose, when you have your fielders up, it does make it difficult. With good shots, you don't get runs for it. In many ways, Pakistan would probably feel that this is the partnership. If they should get anywhere near the score of South Africa.
Again, Kaka on the button here. I'm really have been impressed with how she's come back after not playing in that first match. She's really seam up, looking good. The rhythm looks good. The slow one, they just off the side of the hand. Some very clever bowling from Kaka.
Yeah, that's a variation we've seen her used to good effect throughout this 2 matches that she's played. And that's the quicker one, offering up a little bit of width, and Vera Khan will be a little bit disappointed. It was the pace she was after, allowed her to hit it nice and square of the wicket. But once again, as we've seen the trend throughout this series of batters picking out the inner ring.
Quick question, Vern. Do you not think from today's game, the angles of the South African fielders have been a lot better, allowing, for them to actually just field better today?
Yeah, I think they were smart. They had the fielders in the right positions. They point and cover very square of the wicket because they know the Pakistan batters like it square. So they've been really smart in the way they went about their business today. Really choking that run rate, which is so impressive to see.
Extra protection offered up square of the wicket on the offside. It's been a good over so far, no runs from it. So just trying to prevent the boundary, which that. The fielder we're talking about. So just a single from the over. Good one for Kaka. 72 for 4.
तो जी हाँ, इस वक्त 25 ओवर का खेल हो चुका है और बात करें पाकिस्तान टीम की तो इस वक्त जो हालात है वो काफी सख्त नजर आते हुए 73 रन पे 4 विकेट तारीफ करनी लायक है। इस वक्त जो साउथ अफ्रीका की बात करें और इस्माइल की बात करें, 5 ओवर मात्र 7 रन देके 2 विकेट। आज के सुपरस्टार ये खिलाड़ी हैं इस्माइल, इस वक्त गेंदबाजी करेंगे और रिक्वायर रन रेट धीरे धीरे और ये और विकेट। जी हाँ, एक और विकेट, सीधा आसान सा कैच सीधे गेंदबाज को थमा बैठी और एक जो उम्मीद थी, जी हाँ, रीढ़ की हड्डी जिसको कहा जा सकता, जवेरिया एक एक्सपीरियंस खिलाड़ी इस पूरे खेमे की, वो भी इस वक्त आउट होके गेंद थोड़ा रुक कर आया जिसकी वजह से गेंद हवा में उछल गई। जी हाँ, इस वक्त देख सकते हैं गेंद पड़ने के बाद एकदम अतिरिक्त उछाल और गति में स्लोपन आया जिसके चलते यहाँ एक और विकेट का पतन और पाकिस्तान टीम इस वक्त 73 पर 5 आउट हो चुकी है। बिल्कुल ये देख सकते हैं इनके हाथ ये स्पष्ट बता रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से गेंद है वो थोड़ा सा घुमा और अतिरिक्त उछाल जिसके चलते विकेट का पतन और पाकिस्तान टीम इस वक्त काफी दिक्कत का सामना करेगी। यहाँ पे नए बल्लेबाज नवाज और अब जो कह सकते हैं कि गेंदबाजी करम है वो अब बल्लेबाजी में आता हुआ और एक्सपीरियंस की साफ कमी झलकती हुई और यहाँ पे एक एक्सपीरियंस खिलाड़ी जवेरिया इस वक्त आउट होकर जाती हुई एक आसान सा कैच सीधे थमा बैठी गेंदबाज को तारीफ करनी होगी जिस तरीके से गेंद को अतिरिक्त उछाल के साथ स्लो रखा जिसके चलते विकेट में पतन। यहाँ पे 26 साल की ये सोरिया नवाज इस वक्त आई हैं बल्लेबाजी करने। अगर इनका ओडीआई प्रदर्शन देखा जाए तो फिलहाल 46 मुकाबले खेल चुकी हैं और 196 रन और एवरेज की बात करें 7.5 से भी नीचे का, तो कह सकते हैं कि एक टाइप से जो मेंस के अंदर जो बल्लेबाज गेंदबाज होते हैं उनसे भी इनका एवरेज है वो बहुत इस तरीके से देखेंगे। विकेट का पतन मानो कि जैसे कैचिंग प्रैक्टिस ही करवा बैठे और यहाँ पे एक आसान सा कैच और पाकिस्तान की दिक्कत अब बढ़ती हुई नजर आ रही है। हो इस वक्त जी हाँ बिल्कुल दबाव डालने की कोशिश, जिस तरीके से गेंद है वो इस तरह घूम रहा है तो बिल्कुल। और इस वक्त आपको बता दें जो कप्तान है लुइस जो गेंदबाजी करने आए हैं उनके जो 100 विकेट है वो कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं। जी हाँ, अपने 100 विकेट का कोटा है वो पूरा कर लिया है और ये इनके लिए काफ़ी बड़ी काबिलियत इसका इस वक़्त इनके नाम। एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी करेंगे डाउन द लेग साइड, एक बार फिर ओ हो! बहुत ही क्लोज़ मामला था इस वक़्त का। गेंद यहाँ से गुजरी। एक बार फिर देखना होगा गेंद, एक बार फिर फ्लाइटेड डिलीवरी। था इस वक्त बिल्कुल नवाज गेंद को पढ़ने में असक्षम नजर आती हुई, काफी तेज गति से गेंद है वो घूमता हुआ। और इस वक्त देख सकते हैं दोनों खिलाड़ी बिल्कुल नए, और क्या खूबसूरत शॉट खेल दिया है, ऑफ साइड में कवर में खेल दिया है, दोनों खिलाड़ियों को भेदने में कामयाब। और गेंद इस वक्त सीमा और रेखा के बाहर, 4 रन। क्या खूबसूरत ओवर था, मेडिन ओवर हो सकता था विकेट के साथ, लेकिन यहाँ विकेट जो कार्य था वो इन्होंने पूरा किया। सबसे बड़ी विकेट की बात करें, जवेरिया जो इस वक्त एक्सपीरियंस खिलाड़ी थी और उनका विकेट यहाँ पे, और इनका ये कोटा देख सकते हैं। 32 साल की ये खिलाड़ी है सुन ल्यूस, 100 विकेट इनके नाम, क्या बेहतरीन एवरेज। 20 से भी नीचे का इकोनॉमी की बात करें तो 4.5 और 5 विकेट 5 बार इन्होंने निकाले। सर्वाधिक इन्होंने 6 विकेट 36 रन देकर, जो आयरलैंड के खिलाफ 216 में डुबीन के अंदर ये रिकॉर्ड इन्होंने बनाया था, और तारीफ करनी होगी। और आप सभी से एक बार फिर निवेदन है कि अगर अभी तक आपने वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया तो गाइस फटाफट वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिए और एंजॉय कीजिए इस मुकाबले को। एक बार फिर किफायती गेंदबाज इस्माइल को लेके आई हैं। जानते हैं कि यहाँ से फटाफट जो नए खिलाड़ी हैं इनका एवरेज वैसे ही कम है, विकेट निकालने की कोशिश लगातार कोशिश करेंगे, बाउंसर अटैक करने का। पहली गेंद देखना होगा, एक बार फिर पटकी हुई गेंद। जी हाँ, छोटी गेंद की कोशिश करेंगे। आज जितनी भी गेंद इन्होंने की है, लगातार गेंद को पीछे रखा है, बल्लेबाज को बिल्कुल भी कहते हैं ना बल्ला घुमाने का मौका नहीं मिला है। So I requested for you, please guys, press the like button and hit the subscribe if you enjoy this live stream. So guys, press the like button. It's only my earning points. तो guys now 77 रन हो चुके हैं, 5 विकेट यहाँ डाउन है, और इस्माइल इस वक्त अपना 6ठा ओवर करती हुई देखना जरूर। राउंड द स्टंप, सॉरी डाउन द लेग साइड गेंदबाजी, एक बार फिर बढ़िया गेंद, स्टंप टू स्टंप गेंदबाजी। और एक तरफ जो स्कोर 202 रन टारगेट दिया गया था, काफी आसान नजर आ रहा था, लेकिन फिलहाल 77 पर 5 विकेट खोने के बाद यहाँ पे पाकिस्तान की दिक्कत है वो जरूर थोड़ी बढ़ी चुकी है। फिलहाल एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी के लिए आएंगी, देखना जरूर इस गेंद पे। एक बार फिर बढ़िया गेंद, बल्ला है वो जोर से घुमा दिया है, और जानती थी कि जितने भी खिलाड़ी हैं वो इस वक्त 30 गज के घेरे के अंदर खड़ी है, तो कोशिश जारी है बड़ा शॉट लगाने की, और बिल्कुल अटैकिंग इस वक्त बिल्कुल पाकिस्तान सॉरी अफ्रीका टीम की अगर कप्तान की बात करूं तो इस वक्त विकेट निकालने की ओर जा रही है। जिस तरीके से फील्ड है वो सेट किया है, विकेट की तलाश में है। जी सभी खिलाड़ियों को आगे रखा है, रन है वो निकालने नहीं देंगे सिंगल, और कोशिश करवाएंगे इस वक्त की बल्लेबाज गलती करे बड़ा शॉट खेलने की, और यहाँ एक आसान सा विकेट और निकलाया जाए। अब फिलहाल एक बार फिर राइट हैंडेड गेंदबाज है, एक बार फिर थोड़ा आगे की तरफ गेंद रखा है, गली में शॉट खेलना चाहते थे खिलाड़ी इस वक्त मौजूद। 26.4 ओवर का खेल और 89 रन इस वक्त बोर्ड पे लग चुके हैं, और कुछ इस तरीके से देख सकते हैं आज इनको सफलता मिली। क्या गेंद रखी है, छोटी गेंद लगातार, एक बार ये देखिए इस तरीके से छोटी गेंद पे एक और विकेट इस तरीके से निकाला था, और ये अहम विकेट जो थे शुरुआती, ये विकेट इनके नाम रहे। एक बार फिर पटकी हुई गेंद, थोड़ा स्लो और कट कर दिया, थर्ड मैन की तरफ खिलाड़ी मौजूद और तेजी के साथ थ्रो करेंगे। जी हाँ, एक ही रन निकालने की कोशिश, एक विकेट और अगर यहाँ से निकलते हैं तो पाकिस्तान की टीम जीत से लगभग उतने ही कदम दूर हो जाएगी। और इस वक्त सीरीज के जो हालात है पाकिस्तान टीम 2 के 2 मुकाबले इस वक्त हार चुकी है। 3 मैचों की ये सीरीज है और आज साउथ अफ्रीका क्लीन स्वीप की नजर लगाए बैठी हैं। एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी फिर ऑफ साइड की तरफ। जी हाँ, बिल्कुल बढ़िया अटैकिंग पोजीशन में इन्होंने फील्डिंग का है वो लगाया है। जानती हैं कि अगर इनको रन नहीं मिलेंगे तो बड़ा शॉट खेलेंगे और वहीं विकेट निकालने का एक अच्छा मौका मिलेगा। और आप सभी से दरख्वास्त इस वक्त कि प्लीज लाइक कर दीजिए वीडियो को अगर अभी तक आपने नहीं किया है, और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए। आगामी जितने भी मुकाबले हैं और दुबई T10 लीग है जिसका शुभारंभ 28 तारीख से होने जा रहा है, उसके भी लाइव प्रसारण आप इस चैनल के माध्यम से देखेंगे। तो आप सभी से निवेदन है कि फटाफट इस चैनल के साथ जुड़ जाइए। और फिलहाल ये लेखा जोखा 27 ओवर 80 रन जो करंट रन रेट है वो फिलहाल इस वक्त 3 के आसपास का, 3 से भी नीचे। और रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट अब धीरे धीरे बढ़ता हुआ हो फिर फ्लाइटेड गेंद, बिल्कुल बल्लेबाज को ललचा रहे हैं, आइए मारिए बड़ा शॉट। और इस वक्त रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट है वो धीरे धीरे 5.5 का और करंट रन रेट अब 3 से भी नीचे आ चुका है। तो यानी इससे आइडिया लगा सकता है कि इस वक्त कितनी अच्छी कंट्रोल में ये मुकाबला। एक बार फिर कट कर दिया है ऑफ साइड में, खिलाड़ी इस वक्त मौजूद और यहां से 1 रन ही निकल पाएगा। जी हाँ, आसानी से 1 ही रन। और बिल्कुल इस वक्त कप्तान है और आज इन्होंने 100 विकेट अपने कैरियर में नाम किए हैं। और एक बार तो आप फिर गेंदबाजी करेंगे, बिल्कुल राइट हैंडेड गेंदबाज है, कट किया है ऑफ साइड में। बिल्कुल बल्लेबाजों को तो बांध के रखा है। दोनों ही इस वक्त रियाज और नवाज दोनों अपनी ही जगह बचाने में एक जुझारूपन दिखाते हुए फिलहाल इस वक्त ये मैच जीतना जरूरी पाकिस्तान टीम के लिए, क्योंकि इस सीरीज में पहले ही 2 मैच गवा चुकी। अगर आज हारती हैं तो सीरीज भी उनके नाम से जाती रहेगी। और फिलहाल क्या लगता है, क्या यहाँ से पाकिस्तान टीम ये मुकाबला जीत पाएगी या नहीं, ये इस जोड़ी पे निर्भर करेगा। फिलहाल थर्ड मैन की तरफ खेलना चाहती थी लेकिन वहां खिलाड़ी मौजूद। ल्यूस इस वक्त 24 रन देकर 3 सफलता इनके नाम, और क्या कप्तानी की है इस सीरीज में। और एक के बाद एक 3 विकेट निकाल कर अपने कैरियर के 100 विकेट वनडे मुकाबले वो पूरे किए हैं। और ये किसी भी खिलाड़ी के लिए सबसे बड़ा दिन होता है जब वो ऐसे आंकड़े छूते हैं। जी हाँ, चाहे वो पहले 10 विकेट हो, चाहे पहले 50 या 100 विकेट, तो जरूर वो ऐतिहासिक मैच होते हैं। जी हाँ, इस वक्त लीडिंग विकेट टेकर फॉर साउथ अफ्रीका की तरफ से और सबसे ज्यादा विकेट इस्माइल है जो इस मुकाबले में है, जिनके नाम 142 है। और साउथ अफ्रीका की बात करी है और इनके बाद चौथी नंबर पे ल्यूस है जिनके 100 विकेट नाम है। और मैच भी देख सकते हैं, 82 मुकाबले खेले हैं। और अगर इसी तरीके से मुकाबले अगर खेलती रही तो जरूर आगे जाएंगे। इस वक्त जी हाँ, काका भी इस टूर्नामेंट में खेल रहे हैं। केलस की बात करें तो 38 विकेट है। तो ये कोटा इस वक्त आपके सामने है जो साउथ अफ्रीका का जिन्होंने ये विकेट निकाली है पूरे। जी हाँ, इस वक्त ये पूरी इतिहास है, इनका हिस्ट्री है, जिनके अभी तक ऐतिहासिक विकेट जिनके नाम है। तो इस वक्त बिल्कुल 2 बेहतरीन गेंदबाज इस टूर्नामेंट में खेलते हुए, और इस वक्त 38 विकेट भी इनके नाम है। कैलाश एक बार आई है गेंदबाजी करने, एक बार फिर पैड लाइन पे गेंद, अंपायर का इशारा देखना होगा क्या वाइड है या पैड पे लगी है। जी हाँ, वाइड गेंद का इशारा। बिल्कुल इस वक्त क्या बढ़िया तरीके से गेंद को रोका, विकेट कीपर की तारीफ इस वक्त बनती है। फिलहाल 83 रन इस वक्त बोर्ड पे लगते हुए। तो जी हाँ गाइस, अभी तक आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो फटाफट कर दीजिए। एक और बढ़िया गेंद, लगातार अच्छी गेंदबाजी इस वक्त जारी है और कोशिश यहां से और विकेट निकालने की।
She's found support in Aliyah Riaz and Dana Baig, and Leah Riaz is going to have to play another similar hand because the run rate's got to 5.5 and over now, 119 off 131 balls. But South Africa doing things right in the field today. South Africa just look that much better. They're bowling. Yes, we've focused on Masabata classes wides, the 5 of them. But as a rule, the bowling's been far more disciplined, and the fielding has been way above the standard they've set in the first 2. There's been some really good catching, some excellent groundwork. Yeah, the odd blemish, you can give them that, but it's been head and shoulders above as a fielding performance from ODIs 1 and 2. Clipped away down to long leg.
And just for the single there, but yes, it's a much improved performance. Which is something I'm sure they've been working on in the past. Well, maybe not yesterday with the weather conditions we had in Durban, but I'm sure that's been something on their mind and been working on and practicing those moves.
If I was Coach Marouane, I would have had them doing fielding practice in the rain yesterday.
Hey, well, when she gets it right, she bowls straight, just short of a length.
I'm happier she's bowling from this end. I think we made mention in the first spell. If she's one who tries to shape it in as the most part, she bowled from the far end, the Old Fort end, and the wind is blowing hard right to left from that end. This end, it's over her left shoulder, and I think she'll feel a little bit more comfortable bowling from this end.
Wonder who makes those decisions at the top of the order there, Brett.
Senior bowler. 29 gone. It's 84 for 5. Oh, it's not finished yet. There's the wide and the over, of course. Yeah, I think you probably go to your frontline bowler, Shabnam Ismail. Which end do you want? And for the most part, I think you give your senior bowler the end. If you as a captain disagree to something like, I might go, well, hang on, you're bowling with the wind blowing the wrong way if you want to swing it in. What about the other end? But if they pick the end, they've got to be comfortable. And then the lesser bowler, arguably in terms of experience, has to just take the new ball from the other end. It's 29, 84 for 5. 5.6 to the over is the run rate required. Now, South Africa have bowled really well today. I think Sine Loose has benefited tremendously from this longer turn of the ball. 3 for 25. She's got better. She's getting through the crease. The front arm's working a little more, and she's picked up 3 wickets that took her to the 100 mark after Shabnam Ismail made the early inroads. South Africa's premier new ball bowler. Loose, understandably, will continue. Helped on its way, a lot quicker, flatter, just tickled round the corner. There'll be a couple here. I heard Sean and his troop discussing Annika Bosch and perhaps why she hadn't bowled today. That she has had a niggle, but if she's fit, I think you've got to get her in the attack. Particularly this sort of situation might be nice for her turn. Given that they're on top, there's a little bit of less pressure. It's getting late to see a 6th bowler introduced. Turn and bounce. Effectively swept.
And there would be the ideal opportunity to give her a run out today. Relatively into control, 87 for 5. Run rates climbing all the time.
It doesn't have to be a protracted spell. Just feed her in easily into the international world as a bowler.
Sine Loose bowling with a lot more control today. Only really bowled 3 overs in the previous 2 ODIs. Now she's into an 8th over.
I'm just looking at Annika Bosch's international record. She's only bowled 6 overs in international cricket and gone for 30. Sine Loose has teased everyone today. Lots of air. inviting the big stroke, but there's always been enough turn for her. Thick outside edge. Fielding is secure as always. It's been pretty good today. It's another good over from Sine Loose, just 3 from it. 87 for 5. This will be pretty revealing. Wow, that is a massive gap. Where does that worm come close to meeting the red one of South Africa? The difference is 41 runs at this stage. Even though South Africa, in the midst of their collapse, they still have a huge advantage. Change of bowling. Nkululeko Mhlaba is back into the attack. 0 for 19 in 06. Good piece of fielding. Oh, mix up, but nobody there to pick up the bounce, the rebound. If there had been, they always say never run on a misfield, and that was going to be the example.
Short and wide. Really good fielding there by Laura Wolfart. Prevented the boundary.
It's a long while setting the field. There's just a bit of a debate whether cover should be out or long off. Long off is 1. Don't go short then. Can't be short and wide. Which it is. But Wolfart is equal. She's driven down the ground to the long off for the 1. That's absolutely fine. No damage there. But the danger is being cut through the inner ring for 4. This is a bit un-Aliyah Riaz-like. She's been very belligerent in the first 2 games, playing a lot of lofted strokes. Here she's 4-15. She gets a bit of a gift down the leg side. See, that out cricket is really good. Quick to the ball, the strong release, just 1.
Yeah, she's always had the able partner of Nida Dar with her. And now, all of a sudden, you know, she's the one that's got to take the senior role in the partnership. I just hope Nawaz doesn't get an LBW decision today, Brett.
Oh! It's a bit like Laura Wolfart in her run-out. So the unlucky LBWs for Sue Nawaz. Powerfully swept. They're all good sweepers, these Pakistani batswomen. 3 from the over. The run rate continues to climb. It's approaching a run a ball. It's 90 for 5. Become a beautiful afternoon here in Durban, and mercifully it's not nearly as hot as we had on the first 2 ODIs, and that's in the main because of this stiffish breeze blowing from the northeast. Sine Loose. I must say the 2 new introductions, Bosch and Brits, are very good in the field. It does a lot to lift the standard of the out cricket of South Africa. Oh, it chipped in the air to nowhere.
Sine Lewis is enjoying herself right now. Almost got a 4th.
turn and bounce which she's managed to extract. There she does that. Oh my word, that's great in the field. Can't believe it's the same person who dropped the highest skyscraper simple one on the second ODI. She's caught a beauty today and she's been outstanding in the field. Ground to be made and they'll let it go. Pick the gap perfectly.
A little bit more of a miscommunication there in the field. They were running towards each other, so I just wanted to prevent that run into each other.
Somebody's got to say mine. Even with the high balls, when it's along the ground, yeah, probably the one on the right is closer. This ball spinning towards. But nothing said. Four from the over. It's 94 for 5. The leading run scorers in the series is just one in it. It's Flora Wolfart, Edge, Nida Dar today. And Marizanne Cup has only played the first 2 games. Leah Ria is at the moment on 113 runs. He's perhaps got a chance of getting to the top of that pile. The Mlaba will continue. Goes to Riaz.
The Momentum Proteas are well on top here. Now, you know, the last series they whitewashed New Zealand in New Zealand 3-0. And I'm sure if they do an home series against Pakistan 3-0 as well, it's something that they're looking for and something that, you know, that's six wins, 6 victories really on the trot, which, yeah, is credit to them.
Yeah, and I think what will please them will be with, if that is achieved here, it's without their strongest squad. I mean, Danae van Niekerk, the skipper, adds so many dimensions with bat and ball to the South African game. Chloe Tryon paddled round the corner for the single. Chloe Tryon is such a useful finisher. She hits the ball with immense power, the left-hander down the order. So when they're at full strength, South Africa is as good as any side. They might lack, after Shabnam Ismail and Marizanne Cap, a really solid and quicker backup seamer. They've got steadiness and class and Kaka, but there's no great pace there. And if they can add that and they can work on their field and get that right, they can start beating the Australias and Englands and throw in India as well into that equation. Round the corner. Krishak Chetty's off after it.
Yeah, you say that, but you know, Ayabanga Kok has had a really good series in New Zealand and in India. So the backup bowlers have actually done their job.
No,
but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I said they're steady. They're containing bowlers, holding bowlers, opposed to being ultra penetrating. Oh, that's a game effort. Unlucky. That was way too fine and it swept away for 4. 7 from the over. That's a better one for Pakistan and it brings up their 100.
Pakistan struggled there in the first 50 balls, 114 balls for the first 50. Slightly easier, but it's still been hard work for them.
Oh yeah. Good ball.
Lost up, a lot of turn, and is that Lewis's fourth? It was a mighty heave from Alia Riaz trying to hit it out of Kingsmead. Lots of air. And did she just drag or lift that right foot? Trisha Chetty had the bails off in a flash. And Alia Riaz could be outstumped. Stephen Harris will be the adjudicator in the third umpire's chair. The front foot's fine. Here's the flight. There's the turn. There's the swing. And, oh, I think she might be all right. She might have managed to get the heel down. Another look. Certainly out here.
I think she's just made it, Brett. I think it's just going to be one frame here, but I think Ariel Bakker has just made it back.
Yeah, I think enough of the heel might not be grounded, but there's part of the foot that's down, and not out is indeed given. Decent glove work from Trisha. She's got an inordinate number of stumpings out of her dismissals in her career. You normally see a handful and a lot of catches. Straight for one. Chetty has 113 catches and 46 stumpings in her career. Paddle round the corner, again premeditation. To the sweeper. 34 overs gone. It's 104 for 5. Sine Luce has concluded her work today in which she got her 100th international wicket. 3 for 35. It's a very good spell. And the players will enjoy a drink.
गाइस 96 बॉल में 98 रन चाहिए गाइस और 5 विकेट गिर गई है। लगता है क्या लगता है गाइस आलिया क्या जीता पाएगी इस बार पाकिस्तान? क्या लगता है सबको? गाइस जो लोग नए हो सबके सब गाइस सब्सक्राइब कर लेना, लाइक कर लेना और शेयर कर लेना गाइस। हम लोग हर एक मैच लाइव स्ट्रीम करते हैं यहाँ पे।
there's the match. It stands Pakistan 104 for 5, trying to chase down the 201 set for them by South Africa. 98 more required.
मुझे लगता है guys कि आलिया शायद जीता सकती है.
Only over 6 and over. But the star of the moment has been Senelus. She was on 97 wickets when she entered the third ODI, and she's managed to pick up the 3 for 35, which has got her over the line.
अफ्रीका ही जीतने वाली है 99%.
mark.
लेकिन
Seeing the ecstasy.
कुछ भी हो सकता है guys cricket में
The
तो.
fact that she's achieved that milestone. Fantastic moment for her, standing in as the South African captain for this 3-match series. And not only that, she's managed to acquire some personal milestones. So great day for her. And a great performance from her. We haven't seen enough bowling from her over the
आलिया guys 2 मैचों
distance
से
past.
पिछले 2 मैचों से लास्ट तक खेलती है.
It's been a while since she's competed.
कुछ भी हो
10
सकता
in
है
the
guys,
match.
जीता भी सकती
And
है
she's
इस
done
बार.
well. 38 dot balls, 3 for 35. And Laba will continue. She's been good, 0 for 28 so far. She's bowled better than that. She probably should have picked up a wicket or two. But not to be so far. 2 overs to go, so there still might be time. At this time, South Africa were on 139 for 5, so 35 runs ahead of where Pakistan are at this moment. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier, 6.13 the required rate.
Yeah, Tolly, I think the alarm bells will start ringing now with it. Required rate jumping above 6.
That's nicely played. Great awareness of where the field is and places it nice and fine. Now, Wise has been the aggressor of this partnership, a partnership of 32 or 55 deliveries. Riaz, who played beautifully in the second one-day international, hasn't really managed to get going. Just the 9 off the 26. And this could be the moment. The power play will start in 4 overs time. And is that the chance for Pakistan to try and take the attack? In saying that, at the moment, South Africa just employing the 2 fielders out anyway.
Yeah, I think they've been doing it brilliantly, squeezing Pakistan. And also Pakistan not managing to pierce the field or to find the boundaries.
तो जी हाँ गाइस, इस वक्त मैच है वो काफी कांटे की टक्कर पे आ चुका है और इस वक्त जितने भी इस वक्त कमेंट के माध्यम से जुड़े हैं, जी हाँ, इसके नाम जरूर लेना चाहूंगा. नाइट एंगल्स और सेंटी बेंस, इनका मानना है कि आज कौन सी टीम इस मुकाबले को जीतेगी. जिस तरीके से शुरुआत हुई थी और जो स्कोर टारगेट मिला था पाकिस्तान को, तो बिल्कुल कह सकते थे कि पाकिस्तान टीम यहाँ से बिल्कुल आगे है और एक आसान सी जीत पाकिस्तान टीम को मिलेगी. लेकिन वैसा अब देखने को नहीं मिला था. क्या अभी भी लगता है, कितने साथियों को अभी भी लग रहा है कि क्या ये पाकिस्तान टीम अभी भी ये मैच जीत सकती है? बिल्कुल नवाज और रियाज दोनों के ऊपर इस वक्त पूरा मैच है वो जुड़ा हुआ है. इस वक्त कमेंट पे नाम जरूर पढ़ना चाहूंगा. संचित कुस, नाइट एंगल, सेंटी बेस, सवर अली, इन सभी इस वक्त कमेंट के माध्यम से जुड़े हैं. तो गाइज, आप भी अपना नाम है वो कमेंट के माध्यम से जारी रख सकते हैं. फिलहाल कंपेयर किया जाए तो इस वक्त पाकिस्तान के जो लाइन है वो काफी नीचे नजर आ रही है. चौकों की बात करें तो साउथ अफ्रीका की पारी के अंदर 18 चौके लगे, पाकिस्तान की पारी में मात्र 9 चौके, और ये बिल्कुल कंपैरिजन दिखाता हुआ. और इस वक्त जी हाँ, पावर प्ले की बात करें, तीसरा पावर प्ले लग चुका है और इसका मतलब ये है कि अब 5 खिलाड़ी सर्कल से बाहर हो सकते हैं. लेकिन फिलहाल इस वक्त जो बात करें, साउथ अफ्रीका के विकेट है इन्होंने काफी निकाल लिए हैं और ये जो इनका जो सर्किल है वो बिल्कुल पावर प्ले की तरह अटैकिंग पोजीशन में है. मैक्सिमम खिलाड़ी हैं. एंग्री बर्ड्स इस वक्त कमेंट करते हैं कि नियाज फ्रॉम कश्मीर, सॉरी रियाज है क्या? ओके सॉरी रियाज है, रियाज है फ्रॉम कश्मीर से. तो बड़ा अच्छा लगा कि इस मुकाबले को अलग अलग जगह से इस मैच को देखा जा रहा है. फिलहाल इस वक्त खाका गेंदबाजी करेंगे एक बार फिर. बढ़िया गेंद हल्की सी हवा में, बढ़िया मौका जरूर इस वक्त अपने आप को साबित करने का. दोनों युवा खिलाड़ी इस वक्त पाकिस्तान टीम के और इस वक्त मौजूद है. जरूर
इस वक्त तलाशती हुई कि कौन सी टीम है इस वक्त मैच को जीतेगी। इंशाअल्लाह पाकिस्तान विल विन। एंग्री बर्ड्स जो रियाज है पाकिस्तान से, बिल्कुल सभी इस वक्त दुआ जरूर करते हुए कि पाकिस्तान ये मुकाबला जीते, क्योंकि आज उनके लिए करो ये बड़ी ही बहुत ही करीबी मामला हो सकता था, लेकिन खराब थ्रो। और बिल्कुल इस वक्त जो जितनी भी दुआएं हैं पाकिस्तान समर्थकों की, वो जरूर इस वक्त बचाती हुई, नहीं तो एक वक्त बिल्कुल आसान सा रन आउट हो सकता। जी हाना के अंदर ये देख सकते हैं, पहले हाँ फिर ना कॉल। और ये थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे जी हाँ बात करूंगा दौड़ने का, तो बिल्कुल इस वक्त ये देख सकते हैं दौड़ने का तरीका, बिल्कुल यहाँ से इस वक्त पहले ही काफी खराब स्थिति में पहुंच चुकी है पाकिस्तान टीम। और इस वक्त ये रन आउट के तौर पे विकेट नहीं खोना चाहती है। 63 गेंदों में 40 रन की साझेदारी इस वक्त मुकम्मल होती हुई। बिल्कुल आप जितने भी समर्थक है इस वक्त पाकिस्तान के, जितने भी चाहते हैं कि आज ये मैच जीते, तो इंशाल्लाह प्लीज वीडियो को लाइक जरूर कर दीजिए, क्योंकि खुदा आपकी दुआएं है इस वक्त जरूर सुनता हुआ। और मैं आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूं इस मुकाबले में। क्या लगता है क्या अभी भी मौका है पाकिस्तान टीम के जीतने के लिए? और सिर्फ टारगेट की बात करें, टारगेट इतना बड़ा नहीं है, मात्र 202 रन बनानी है, जिसमें से 114 रन इस वक्त बोर्ड पे लग चुके हैं। बिल्कुल धैर्य रखना जरूरी है, और ऐसे ही एक 2 रन के साथ बिल्कुल लक्ष्य के करीब पहुंचा जा सकता है। रिक्वायर रन रेट करीब 6 के आसपास का, तो वो भी चिंता का सबब नहीं है। फिलहाल इस वक्त जरूरी है इस विकेट को और इस साझेदारी को और आगे लेके जाना। पिछले मुकाबले की बात करें तो वहां भी पाकिस्तान टीम काफी क्लोज पहुंच चुकी थी, लेकिन अंत में जाकर विकेट और ये कॉटन बोल्ड यहाँ पे मिलता हुआ, और एक बड़ी सफलता। जी हाँ, नवाज इस वक्त आउट हो चुकी है। काफी अच्छी बल्लेबाजी कर रही थी, 34 गेंदों में 25 रन बनाकर लगातार अपने विकेट पे जुझार कर रही थी, और अंततः उनका विकेट का पतन होता हुआ। इस वक्त 114 पे 6 विकेट हो चुके हैं, लेकिन अभी भी पाकिस्तान को करीब है। जी हाँ, करीब 80 रन की आवश्यकता है, और ये स्लोअर गेंद थी जिसकी वजह से बल्ला पहले और थोड़ा हाथ में घूमा। और तारीफ करनी होगी खाका की, जिस तरीके से पिच के ऊपर डाइव लगाकर कैच लेना आसान नहीं होता। जी हाँ, काफी हार्ड सरफेस होती है और इसके ऊपर कैच लेना बहुत ही मुश्किल। फिलहाल आज अच्छा प्रदर्शन करके गई रियाज नवाज इस वक्त। जी हाँ गाइज, एक और सफलता इस वक्त मिलती हुई साउथ अफ्रीका टीम को, एक बड़ी सफलता। और इस वक्त नाइट एंगल का कमेंट आता हुआ है कि मैच गो। नहीं गाइज, अभी भी हिम्मत मत हारिए, बिल्कुल फटाफट लिख दीजिए जी हाँ पाकिस्तान विल वॉन। जी हाँ, सभी इस वक्त कमेंट में कीजिए कि पाकिस्तान ही जीतेगा। तो जरूर इस वक्त आप सबकी दुआओं से मैच है वो जरूर जीता जा सकता है, लेकिन फिलहाल इस वक्त 114 रन। जी हाँ, मैं इंडिया से राजस्थान से इस वक्त इस मुकाबले का लाइव प्रसारण करता हुआ, लेकिन फिर भी इस वक्त हम सब आप सब की दुआओं के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। जी हाँ, इस वक्त देख सकते क्रॉस सीम के साथ स्लोअर डिलीवरी डाली गई, जिसके चलते गेंद बिल्कुल थोड़ा थमा, और ये आज इस तरीके से काफी विकेट है। जी हाँ, गेंद थोड़ा सा रुक कर आया, जिसके चलते यहाँ पे विकेट है वो निकालने में कामयाब। और आप सभी का स्वागत इस मुकाबले में। अभी तक वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया तो गाइस फटाफट लाइक कर दीजिए, क्योंकि अब से 2 दिन के बाद अबू धाबी T10 लीग है जिसका शुभारंभ हो रहा है, और बहुत ही बढ़िया। जी हाँ, तारीफ करनी होगी चतुर चालाक विकेट कीपर की। पहले ही भांप लिया था कि थर्ड मैन की तरफ शॉट खेलना चाहती हैं। नई बल्लेबाज शाना इस वक्त आ चुकी है। ये पाकिस्तान का आज का रिकॉर्ड। सबसे सफल बल्लेबाज आज की श्रेणी में जवेरिया 33 रन, उसके बाद नवाज जो अभी आउट हुई थी 25 रन बनाकर। तो बिल्कुल आज कह सकते हैं कि पाकिस्तान का दिन है वो बल्लेबाजी में नहीं रहा है। चाहे आप बात करें मेंस या चाहे वुमेन्स की, दोनों तरफ आज लड़खड़ाती हुई बल्लेबाजी नजर आई है। और एक कमेंट में भी लिखा गया था कि मेंस हो या वुमेन्स, पाकिस्तान की बल्लेबाजी है वो चल नहीं रही है। और फिलहाल इस वक्त पाकिस्तान इस सीरीज को गंवाती हुई, जी हाँ, तीनों के तीनों मुकाबले इस वक्त हार की कगार पे। पहले 2 मैच हार चुकी है, आज बिल्कुल कह सकती हैं आज अंतिम मुकाबला पाकिस्तान के लिए इस लेकिन फिर भी आगे और चीज अच्छी रहेगी कि T20 आए हैं वो भी चलेंगे। जी हाँ, पाकिस्तान वर्सेस साउथ अफ्रीका के बीच में जो महिला मुकाबले हैं, जी हाँ T20 मुकाबले इस वक्त चलेंगे। और एंजल का कहना है कि रोस्ट बैटिंग बिल्कुल इस वक्त निराश है पाकिस्तान के समर्थक या जितने भी चाहने वाले इस बल्लेबाजी क्रम को बिल्कुल निराश किया है। एक बार तो फिर गेंदबाजी के लिए आती हुई, जी हाँ कैलाश इस वक्त गेंदबाजी करेंगी। एक बार फिर बढ़िया गेंद कट कर दिया है और ये गेंद जाती है सीमा रेखा के बाहर, 4 रन। और अभी भी दुआओं में जिंदगी जिंदा है। जी हाँ गाइस, इस वक्त दुआएं हैं वो बिल्कुल जरूरत है कुछ ऐसे शॉट की। टारगेट ज्यादा बड़ा नहीं है, 202 रन का टारगेट है जिसमें से काफी हद तक मंजिल है वो पा ली गई। अब तो कुछ ही रन और बनानी है, यही दुआएं आपका धैर्य है वो रखना होगा। बिल्कुल आपको समर्थन करना होगा। फटाफट कमेंट करके जरूर लिखें जी हाँ आप सब क्या चाहते हैं, क्या साउथ अफ्रीका इस मुकाबले को जीते या फिर पाकिस्तान टीम। राइट द कमेंट बॉक्स, जी हाँ कमेंट में जरूर लिख के बताएं। एक बार फिर स्लोअर गेंद, फिर कट करना चाहते थे गली की तरफ लेकिन फिलहाल ये मिस थ्रो होता हुआ। एक बार फिर रन, जी हाँ रन दौड़ना चाहते थे लेकिन फिलहाल मना किया। और इस वक्त 119 रन हो चुके, 6 विकेट के नुकसान पे। रियाज और शाना इस वक्त बल्लेबाजी करती हुई। नवाज एक अहम विकेट गिरता हुआ, जी हाँ 25 रन बनाकर कुछ इस तरीके से शॉट खेला है। और जी हाँ बिल्कुल थोड़ी सी गति कम थी निश्चित तौर पे, जो 4 रन भी जा सकते थे। और ये महिला मुकाबले है, यहाँ पे इस गति के साथ ही गेंद और शॉट लगते। एक बार फिर गेंदबाजी करते, एक बार फिर बढ़िया गेंद। अब 80 गेंदों में 83 रन की आवश्यकता है। रन रेट बिल्कुल अनुकूल है, 6 के करीब। और अब जीत के लिए 83 रन की आवश्यकता, तो 83 रन कोई बड़ा स्कोर नहीं, अभी भी 4 विकेट हाथ में है पाकिस्तान के। बिल्कुल इस वक्त रियाज है, काफी समय हो चुकी है बल्लेबाजी करते हुए और इनको अब थोड़ा संभल कर खेलना होगा। जी हाँ, थोड़ी कदमों के साथ चहलकदमी करते हुए और एक और विकेट का पतन हो सकता था। जी हाँ, बड़ा विकेट यहाँ निकल सकता था और ऐसा लगता है जी हाँ खुदकुशी की तमन्ना आज इनके दिल में है। कुछ इसी तरीके से शॉट खेलते हुए जितने समर्थक थे वो सांस है वो बिल्कुल हलक तक आ गई थी, लेकिन दुआओं में अभी भी पारी जिंदा। जी हाँ, कैच यहाँ छूटता हुआ। और आप सभी का स्वागत है गाइज, फटाफट कमेंट कीजिए और वीडियो को लाइक भी कीजिए। क्या लगता है अभी तक क्या मुकाबला है चलता हुआ। एक बार फिर हल्के हाथों से खेला, 1 रन तेजी के साथ तेज थ्रो निकालने की कोशिश। बिल्कुल इस वक्त अटैक करना चाहती है साउथ अफ्रीका। जानती हैं कि अगर रियाज का विकेट और निकल जाता है तो पाकिस्तान टीम पे पूरा दबाव होगा, लेकिन सभी की दुआएं हैं इस वक्त। जरूर गाइज वीडियो को लाइक करना न भूले। जी हाँ, फटाफट वीडियो को लाइक कर दीजिए, एंजॉय कीजिए। कुछ इस तरीके से कट टास्क देखने को मिले हैं और ये बल्लेबाजी आज तक रही है इस पारी के अंदर। और इसके बाद लुफ्त उठाइए आप इस कमेंट्री का।
That was key to taking him close. It was probably the shot of the tournament for her. Really good contact. And she got some beautiful lusty blows throughout that innings where she managed to get her 3rd ODI 50. And you can see a best of 81, strike rate of 70, averaging 64. So she has been brilliant. Nicely bowled, very good delivery. Sane thought there was going to be a little bit of width on offer, but as you've seen from Kaka throughout this series, her ability to nip the ball back up and just tuck right-hand batsmen up for width has been a real strength of hers. Another example there. nudging it down to third man position and easy through for the single.
Yeah, again, Kaka just taking pace off this one. It's intensely touched down there. Well played. Only for a single on this occasion. Yeah, you almost feel that these two batters were there in the last game, these last moments, and they would know what sort of run rate they can get to. The dangerous Rios is still there. They'll still have hope of getting to their target.
Yeah, I need a few lusty birds. There's only been 10 boundaries, which is quite interesting after 37 and a bit overs in the innings for Pakistan so far. South Africa had 7 in the first power play. So there's been a bit of a gulf. That's why life has been a little bit difficult for Pakistan. Not the ability to get the ball over the ropes.
Yeah, it hasn't been easy. I mean, Riaz has been giving herself some room towards the leg side to try and hit that ball square of the wicket through that offside backward point area.
Change of field. Front leg comes up into the inner ring and there's extra protection straight down the ground. Interesting to see if Kaka goes for a full Yorker delivery. She does try. Holds her fingers across it, but just a single. Once again, unable to pierce the infield, and just the 3 runs from it when the asking rate's 6.5 is not going to be good enough. 124 for 6. There, the leading run scorers, as we talked about, Riaz, top of the pops, 131 in the 3 matches, averaging 65, best of 81. That's the highest score so far of any batter in the series. Paul Fart has been really good. And you think about the fact that she ran herself out twice and got strangled down the leg side on the 3rd occasion. And the other Pakistan, Zadar, has been brilliant with her 124. Averaging 60. Razan Kapur didn't play in this match, 115 in her 2 matches. So some good batting performances scattered between the 2 teams. And Ismail into the attack. It's been interesting to watch her strategy in particular. She starts off in the first 3 or 4 overs with a new ball and looks to go outside the off stump, try and bring the slip cordon into play. But every time she's come back, she's been very good at trying to get the ball nice and straight.
Yeah, I think it was an easy strategy of hers.
Here's the extra pace. That's why she's one of the quickest in the ladies' game throughout the world. You can just see when she cranks it up and finds the outside, her ball flies down to the 3rd man position.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think it is a strategy of hers for the new ball to get it swinging and towards the middle and back end to hit the stumps a lot more. It's a slow ball on this occasion.
Yeah, she does it to the batter who's set. Often you'll see the slow delivery and trying to be nice and straight. Because once Sane comes on strike, she hasn't been there for a period of time. That's when she will go for the attempted crank up and try and get and deceive the batter for pace. Even the field that's set here, you can see she doesn't want to offer up too much pace, particularly on the offside, because there's many gaps where you can use that pace behind the stumps on the offside. There's the area I'm talking about. So she'll be disappointed with that. It looked like she did roll her fingers across it, but it was the width that was offered up. And we've seen the shot an over or so ago from Riaz in that similar area. Very strong era of hers.
Yeah, every now and again when Ismail do get it wrong, so drags it down. Riaz is not going to miss out on that opportunity. Very strong square of the wicket.
Brilliant. Deceives her with the slow ball, slightly wide on the crease, and it's the off cutter. It came out with a real loop, and it was going to miss the leg stump, but clattered into the pad and then back onto the stumps. And you would think that's fait accompli for South Africa. The star performer, the leading run scorer of the 3D match series, Riaz, is on her way.
And just as we were seeing appraisers, Shibnam Ishmael with all their experience brings about the breakthrough as Riaz just misses out on the slower one, dips in front of her, hits the pad and onto the stumps. But well batted here in the series by the leading run scorer Riaz.
Yeah, Ishmael never short of a bit of passion when playing for her country. And Riaz goes for 27, 130 for 7. Diana Bay to the crease. One good innings in the first one-day international. It's going to be a real big task for her to get the team over the line. 72 of 66 deliveries. Good over from Ishmael. 130 for 7. And here's the wicket again. You can see the off-cut. It came out with a real loop. I think it deceived Riaz in a slight way. Ball spun a touch as it pitched, hit the pads, and onto the stumps. Frustration for the Pakistan coach David Hemp will be, have a look at that, 33, 16, 14, 27, 25, plenty of starts, getting themselves in, facing at least 20 odd deliveries, and then unfortunately not being able to go on and do the role of sticking around for a period of time for their team. Another change of bowling, change of ends now for Class.
Yeah, I think for the Pakistan coach it would be a real concern. The top order haven't been firing in this 3 ODIs.
Gives herself some room and tries to hammer it over the offside. Thick edge takes it away. Bay not waiting to get herself in. The second delivery, already using her feet. She realized she had to get a go on here if Pakistan not to have any chance. The series is complete. 2-0. South Africa have already wrapped it up, but Pakistan trying to end with a bit of a flurry.
I spoke about Desmond Brits earlier on covering so much ground along the boundary and the square. But Laura Goodall has also been really amazing in the inner ring today.
Pakistan batters, just trying to create the extra pace. They want to be able to pierce the infield. They're feeling the pressure of, if they're stuck in the crease, not being able to do so, not being able to get enough power. So what they do is they try and use their feet to get the ball slightly over pitched and to get a little bit more momentum into the shot. Moving around the crease again, up and over. That's nicely played. Just plugs into the surface as it pitches, so won't rush as close to the boundary as they would have expected, but it's 2 to end the over, an over of 4, 134 for 7. There shows you the problem that it's been for Pakistan throughout this chase. Early wickets they lost and they fell under the scoring rate. There's been a massive gulf between the two worms as the innings has gone on. Got to the 40th over, South Africa were 159 for 7. Pakistan only 134 for 7. So wickets wise, very similar, but well short of where South Africa were. Ishmael continues. It's tip and run at the moment, directed, and she's gone. Oh, misses the stumps.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about his running straight to the field on this occasion. Ricky would have been trouble.
What's your take been on Sinead Lewis's captaincy? Obviously a new role for her. She's done pretty well.
She's been standing captain before, but I'm more impressed with how she's taken today's game on.
That's nicely played with some good fielding. Let's talk to the Goodall and the effort she's made, and there's another example of how good she's been. When you say that, is it because she doesn't have the experience because of the changes they've made to this team today?
No, look, she does captain on occasion when she's available for Northern's provincial team. So she has the experience and she has the leadership ability and the qualities. Carry on now.
What I'm saying is because she doesn't have the experience of some of the other South African players who they've left out today, like Mignon du Preez and Cup.
Oh no, I think she's got confidence, full stop. It doesn't matter if Cup and Mignon du Preez there. I think she's got enough confidence in what she does and her cricket knowledge to carry on the...
She's working out who's going to be bowling the overs for 3. Never stops thinking when you're in the leadership role and captain on the field.
Yeah, I think something that impressed me today is they've kept the field up for a very long time, making life really difficult, not giving any easy singles away. And really squeezed the Pakistan team to an extent where now requiring 7.2, so it right keeps jumping.
Swing and a miss. If Bager got hold of that one, I think it would be still travelling well over the grandstand. 136 for 7. So a strong situation South Africa found themselves in. Just the 3 wickets required, 66 required for Pakistan. And this would be a fantastic performance. Being able to wrap up the series 3-0. I talked about how closely it was contested in 2019. It's been comfortable for South Africa this time. Kept on the sidelines, just resting up for the T20 internationals that start on Friday. player of the match in the last game. Superb in her performance. This is her replacement. She would absolutely love to get her first international wicket. Still got 2 overs after this one to be completed, and
guys, thank you so much for your support guys. आप सबने सब्सक्राइब किया इसलिए थैंक यू वेरी वेरी मच. और गाइस मैंने एक लिंक दिया कमेंट में गाइस, उस चैनल पे जाओ और उसे सब्सक्राइब कर दो गाइस. 700 पीपल देख रहे हैं अभी, सबके सब गाइस एक साथ जाके सब्सक्राइब कर दो प्लीज गाइस. वो मेरी गेमिंग चैनल है, वहां पे मैं गेमिंग के वीडियोस डालूंगा और वहां पे मैं गेमिंग की लाइव स्ट्रीम करने वाला हूँ. प्लीज गाइस सब्सक्राइब कर दो, वो मैंने न्यू चैनल स्टार्ट किया है. सब्सक्राइब कर दो, लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो गाइस.
according to Brett Proctor, 10 opportunities to inflict runouts in the last 7 overs. He wasn't impressed with their fielding at all. He thought they should have done a naughty players session after the match. It is the strategy of Babe. She just likes to get bat and ball and then go. Sana on the other side, we've seen plenty of Fred Astaire foot movement from her before most of the deliveries are bowled. She tries to change things up, tries to give the bowler something to think about. And that intent has brought about a field change. Deep mid wicket goes onto the boundary. Nice change-up, very good change-up that from Klaas. It gripped into the surface and actually turned prodigiously. Was in troubles.
Yeah, it's very well bowled. Good change-up, the cutter. The Pakistani batters absolutely no pace to work with.
Tip and run. Could it be close? No, not a great release there by Lee. Anyway, 5 runs from the over, 42 completed, 7.63 required, going for 61 of 48 balls, and time for a change of voice.
Nkululeko Mlaba will bowl her final over, the 43rd of the innings, with Pakistan needing 61 from 48. They will not go down without a fight. It's been the trend that they've shown throughout the series. 3 sweepers out to the onside and 1 back on the offside boundary.
Yeah, Mlaba in a last over here. Tidy spell. No wickets to a name.
Lots of ground to be made here. Will they think of coming back for a third? No, they won't. The line isn't the right one. It can be worked around the corner into this yawning gap at 45. So 2 deliveries in a row, there's a lot of work to be done. Unnecessarily. Skipper's got to get the bowler to bowl a more off-stump line. Every ODI, South Africa seemingly have controlled it from the word go, and then Pakistan have just edged away, kept in the game. And here 57 or 44 balls. There's nearly 8 and over. Trouble is, Pakistan just don't lie down. Whipped away into the deep.
Yeah, coming down the track there, moving down the wicket.
It's been nice to see Nkululeko Ngalaba's introduction into the South African side, but she's almost bowled her best in her very first game, where she took 1 for 19. The performances in 2 and 3 haven't quite been as effective. Oh, beautifully bowled to end her ration to 10 overs, or 0 for 41, and after 43, Pakistan are 146 for 7. South Africa's bowlers, Shabna missed today and pick up her 100th one-day international wicket. So just the 1 wicket in the series, Nkululeko Ngalabe at a cost of 106. There's something to work with in her bowling quotient, but she'd want better. Class is pulled away over mid-wicket, out into the deep. Just the 1.
Yeah, just the 5 overs, 5 bowlers bowled. We thought maybe that Annika Bosch would be given a run out, but sticking to the 5 bowlers has done their job.
Surely it just hits. No, she would have been home. They're almost playing tip and run out there now.
Which is good. There's still a matter of urgency shown here from Sana and Beg.
Just waiting for when South Africa are going to hit the stumps. Gone for all money. Playing around the front pad. Masabata class strikes. She picks up her first wicket. And surely with the departure of Sana goes the hope of Pakistan. They're now 148 for 8.
Scrambled, seen that class, bowled a straight ball and really just missed it, tried to work it on the leg side, and I'm afraid the finger went up. Not just the umpires, classes also went up.
She also fancied the wicket.
But she's, unfortunately, Fatima Sana's gone for 16. It's 148 for 8.
little bit more comfort in the South African camp now. Any repeat of the previous 2 ODIs is looking a remote one now. 54 of 39 balls with 2 wickets in the bank as Nashra Sandhu comes to the crease. An average suggesting her position in the order of number 10, a career best of just 7 not out. She'll need to better that today if Pakistan are to sneak a victory. Another look.
Yeah, a bit of a scrambled seam there, but it was straight. It was tried to be played through Dogna's side, straight across the pad, and the umpire Babs there had no problem with the decision and giving it out. I think actually, Joss deserved that wicket. I know she started off quite tentatively, bowling those 4 wides in that first over, but I think she's come back nicely.
Yeah, if you look at her rational, I mean, she's going at 3.6 to the over, and she's effectively bowled an extra over because of the 6 wides she's bowled, but 4 of them came in the first over. So yeah, she has come back nicely. A wicket taking over. 6 remain. It's 148 for 8. The skipper, Javeria Khan, held the top order together. Once again, they were 2 down for not many on the board, 12 on this occasion. And I think what will disappoint Pakistan is the starts on that middle order. Now, they've never got going. But a credit to Sanae Loose, who was certainly on the top of her game with her wrist spin today. It's been a rather meek performance by Pakistan in pursuit of a very gettable 202 to win. Ayabonga Kaka, 3 overs left in her ration, and she will bowl overs 45, 47 and 49 because that's what's left from this end, the Umgani end. Another good performance. She picked up 4 wickets in her first game, and the second one on where are we now? On smashed down the ground and through for 4.
Diana Bay continues showing in a good form, not just with the ball but with the bat as well.
150 comes up for Pakistan. Good footwork this, knowing that down the wicket she came and has bashed it straight back past her for 4. Desperately slowed that first 50. Down the ground for 4 again. Oh no, that's great work. That is excellent work from Rizal Lee. I was past her, I'll swear, before the dive came out. And she's certainly prevented the boundary.
Again, moving the feet down the wicket and a good contact and superb field in there by Rizal Lee. Backing up a bowler.
Scampered single. Oh, it should have been a little bit more urgency from the South Africans to try and exact the run out. Just got to look at the field here, ladies, because we've seen the intent of Diana Baig to come down the wicket to Kaka and hit down the ground. Mid-on and mid-off or up at the first part of the over. Surely they go back and up come long leg and third man. Surely. She's bowling slow balls.
Yeah, no, most definitely. So there's long on is coming back now, so Rizal Lee is coming back onto the long on boundary. Still no movement though from the other boundary riders.
Clipped out through square leg. This will go for 4. It's misdirected from Kaka. A big boot comes out to prevent it going to the fence. That's good work. But they're back for 3. Defiance from Pakistan again.
That's a good piece of fielding there from Masabata Class. Running around and a long way to go. And, the right foot came into play there and, saved a boundary.
Some soccer skills there.
Worthy of the PSL, yeah. Maybe she plays for Banyana as well as the Momentum Proteas. It's a better line, much better line. 9 from the over, it's 157 for 8. Nine and over is what's required. Pakistan just keep you interested all the time. It's just amazing to think they're out the game. You always think, they're done now. And then they do that. 9 and over wanted and they get their 9. Comparatives show that South Africa, and it's probably significant, that 21 runs ahead at this stage with just 2 wickets in the bank, both of them. So you risk being bowled out. But one thing in Pakistan's favour, they know what they've got to do. They're not going to die wondering. Masabata Class to bowl her final over. Goes to Diana Baig. Mix up! And the lob back to the bowler. And having a bit of a dart at each other in the field there, Lazelli, and maybe it's all a bit banter, but there was a possibility to shy at either end because there were people backing up, so she could have had a go and just, if it had gone through, it would probably been fielded. Short and through middle for 4. An awkward bounce for Sine Loose, but Pakistan won't mind. They're picking up the boundaries.
Yeah, I think a little bit of indecision there from Sine Loose, wondering if to go for the catch or not. It was in the air for a while. And unfortunately, it really just bounced in front of her and bounced over the top. So, for 4 runs. 2 balls gone, 4 runs off the over so far.
That's what they need. Now they can knock it around for the rest of the over if they so desire. They don't desire. They punch it over mid-wicket. Ground to be made in the deep. Shabnam Ismail Swift. Good arm, can't prevent them getting back for the second.
Well, Diana Baig's there again. She's certainly not giving up this chase.
It was 137 for 8 when she joined Nida Dar in the first game, and they got to within 3 runs.
I guess you can't just keep it quiet. Doesn't matter fielding, bowling. She's doing everything.
She's been quite outstanding for Pakistan in this series, and what is a losing series, but may yet not be 3-0. Likely to be, but you're not batting against Diana Baig. 19 off 19 balls she is at the moment.
Yeah, and even if she can't, get it away to the boundary, she's still looking for that single to push through.
The shy, the miss. The good effort from Masabata Class, off balance, almost on the ground on her follow through. If it hit, I'm sure she had the wicket.
She was on the ground, got a throw in. It would have been close if for a direct hit.
7 from the over. The last ball of the Masabata Class spell. Then we'll have 2 overs from Kaka and 2 overs from Ismail. A decent spell from Class. 1 for 39 in her 10. 4 overs remain. It's 164 for 8.
Yeah, there's Class's wicket, LBW decision there. Straight ball. Batsman trying to...
भाई लोग जो भी नए लोग आए हो सब लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो गाइस. हम लोग हर एक मैच लाइव स्ट्रीम करते हैं यहाँ पे. सब्सक्राइब करो, लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो गाइस.
Welcome back into the side, playing her first match of this ODI series, and a handy return. So Shabnam Ismail will bowl the 2 overs down the breeze, and as likely as not, Ayabonga Kaka will bowl the 2 overs remaining into the breeze.
Get an interesting field, Brett. Long on's coming back now. Just the 2 boundary riders on the leg side. Third man up in the ring.
I'm a little bit surprised they don't get the 4th fielder they are permitted to have out. Oh, now they do. Shabnam Ismail's been alert to it and said, okay, 3rd man in the ring can go back all the way down. Yeah, that's better. So 38 to get to 4 overs. I think one of the things they've got to think about South Africa is what lengths is Shabnam Ismail going to bowl to this lower order. If she's going to go short like that, then the field's a bit odd. Then she's not likely to get smashed to long on, but certainly she can get hit through cover to the sweeper on the cover boundary. If she's going to go fuller, then this field makes a little bit more sense. She's going to bowl slower balls as well. This field makes sense. They're going to think of the second. No, they won't get it. That's good work in the deep.
Brilliant fielding there by Brits. The entire game, the energy she brings to this game was just superb.
Now, she has been very good, and I mean, I admit Annika Bosch has dropped a catch, but they've been quick to the ball, both the new players. The groundwork's been good. And they're good to have as boundary riders because they are swift and they're good athletes.
Yeah, I just think, look, Sandhu's looking, I think, here just to get a single and get Diana Baig on strike, but I think it's gone beyond that now, and surely she just got to get, just got to get on with it and try and get a boundary.
Yeah, it can't all happen from one end anymore. When you're needing a 10.5 and over, if you're going to play a dot trying to look for the one, you're just eating up another ball. Yep, she's got to come to the party as well. Take a bit of a risk. Worked away into the deep. If they push hard here, they might get 2, but Brits is quickly to it. They'll come back. How's the throw? It's not wide, not close enough. It's wide of the stumps, but brave running by Nashra Sandhu to get back for 2.
Yeah, that's what they've got to do. They took on the fielder there. Worked it to leg, square leg. Jasmine Brits coming in from the boundary quick, and she's got a good throw. But unfortunately, it was just wide of the stumps.
Just 3 from the over. They need a boundary. They'll only get the 1 here. The shy! Oh, another miss. Most importantly, sacrificing or giving a chance to be sacrificed in the interest of getting Baig onto strike.
Notice that Lizelle Lee came into the ring when Sandhu was facing. Look at the run out again, way out if it had been a direct hit. And now she goes back onto long on with Baig off the last ball of the over.
तो जी हाँ, मैच इस वक्त काफी कांटे की टक्कर में आ चुका. 19 गेंदें और 34 रन की आवश्यकता. और फटाफट चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर लीजिए गाइज, क्योंकि और भी ऐसे एक्साइटेड मैच है और आगे 3 T20 मुकाबले हैं जिनका लाइव प्रसारण हम इस चैनल पे लेके आएंगे. तो आप सभी से दरख्वास्त है कि फटाफट चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए और वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया तो फटाफट वीडियो को लाइक कर लीजिए, क्योंकि अभी भी 3 मुकाबले हैं वो बाकी है. अब वो इस वक्त T20 मुकाबले होंगे. अगर वनडे इतने क्लोज गए हैं तो T20 तो और भी मजा आएगा. जी हाँ, पूरे लाइव मैच हम इस चैनल पे दिखाएंगे. तो आप सभी से दरख्वास्त है कि फटाफट चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, क्योंकि ऐसा मौका दोबारा नहीं मिलने वाला. तो फटाफट चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और अभी तक आपने वीडियो को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया तो गाइस फटाफट कर दीजिए. जी हाँ, आपको जानते हैं पूरा मैच हमने आज लाइव दिखाया है. तो बदले में आप सभी से एक ही दरख्वास्त है कि फटाफट चैनल को सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कर लीजिए, क्योंकि और भी ऐसे मुकाबले हैं जिनको हम लाइव लेके आएँगे। और इस वक़्त 18 गेंदों का खेल बाकी है, बहुत ही क्लोज़ मुकाबले। और अब 8 इस वक़्त आ चुकी है। खाका काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस खिलाड़ी है और क्या 18 गेंदों में 34 रन बनाने में कामयाब होंगे या नहीं? बेग इस वक़्त 23 गेंदों में 21 रन बना चुकी है पूरी तरह इस वक़्त। लेकिन संधू इस वक़्त स्ट्राइक पे होगी, कोशिश यही होगी कि इस वक़्त रन है वो न दिया जाए। जिस तरीके से ऑफ साइड में फील्डिंग है, तो बिल्कुल बाहर की तरफ गेंद रखेंगे। एक बार फिर यॉर्कर करवाने की कोशिश, बहुत ही बढ़िया खेल दिया शॉट डाउन लेग की तरफ। तो गाइस इस वक़्त आप सभी को आनंद आ रहा है तो ज़रूर चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए। जी हाँ, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, क्योंकि आगे 3 टी20 मुकाबले कब-कब है तो 29, 31 और 2 फरवरी को ये मुकाबले होंगे। 3 टी20 मुकाबले हैं जिनका लुत्फ़ आप उठाएँगे। फिलहाल इस वक़्त एक बार बढ़िया गेंद, अब 17 गेंदों में 33 रन की आवश्यकता। बेग इस वक़्त स्ट्राइक पे, क्या बड़ा शॉट लगाने में कामयाब होगी या नहीं होगी, देखना ज़रूर है। एक बार फिर आगे की तरफ गेंद और इसी के साथ विकेट का पतन। बहुत ही बड़ी विकेट यहाँ पे, सेट बल्लेबाज समझ से परे हुआ, क्या करना जा रही थी शॉट पे। और इस वक़्त जी हाँ, कहते हैं कि उम्मीद ये क्या कर दिया। तो फिलहाल जी हाँ, बड़ी उम्मीद थी इनसे और देख सकते हैं इस वक़्त ये स्लोअर गेंद थी, कदमों का इस्तेमाल किया, लेकिन थोड़ा-सा इस वक़्त डर गए कि कहीं स्टंप आउट ना हो जाए। तो जी हाँ, जो डर गया वो इस वक़्त आउट होकर पवेलियन की तरफ चल दिया। तो डियाना बेग 21 रन बनाकर अपनी पारी ज़रूर खेली, लेकिन अभी भी रोमांच बाकी। 2 खिलाड़ी, अभी 1 विकेट का और ज़रूरत है। क्या इस वक़्त मैच जीता जाएगा या नहीं? तो फटाफट चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए गाइज़। और अभी तक आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है और ना ही वीडियो को लाइक किया है, एन्जॉय कीजिए मुकाबला। और बिल्कुल अरे मृत्युंजय कुमार कह रहे हैं चुप हो जा भाई। चलो मैं चुप हो जाता हूँ, मैं चुप क्यों हो जाता हूँ? मैं वीडियो भी बंद कर देता हूँ। ठीक है भाई, तुम एन्जॉय करो, मैं वीडियो भी बंद कर देता हूँ। ओके बाय, टाटा, बाय-बाय। चलो लाइव स्ट्रीम करता हूँ ऑफ इस वक़्त। तो सिद्धांत शर्मा इस वक़्त हैं, ज़रूर भाई आपका नाम ज़रूर लेगी सिद्धांत। एक बार फिर नहीं भाई, क्यों भाई? तुम ही तो कह रहे थे चुप हो जाओ। लो मैं वीडियो बंद कर देता हूँ हसन भाई। कमाल करते हो यार तुम। फ्री में मैच देखने के लिए तैयार हो जाते हो। बस एक लाइक और सब्सक्राइबर ही तो कहा है, जो फ्री में तुम नहीं कर सकते। तुम क्या करोगे फिर फ्री में? ये इस वक़्त तुम्हें भी पता है क्या लाइव स्ट्रीम है। तुम तो पूरे 144 पीएस करके मैच देखते हो, 2 जीबी तुम्हारा डेटा, उसमें भी कंजूसी करते हो। हम तो पूरे यहाँ पे 20-20 जीबी नेट लगा देते हैं। किस चीज़ में? यही तो बोला है कि वीडियो लाइक कर दो, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो। यार हद हो जाती है तुम्हारी, ऊपर से बदतमीजी करती है कमेंट के माध्यम से। लीजिए, हो गया कांड पूरा इनका। तो जी हाँ गाइस, अगर आप सबको हमारी मेहनत अच्छी लगी है तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर देना और वीडियो को लाइक कर देना, क्योंकि यहाँ तो जो कबाड़ा होना था वो हो गया इनका पूरा। जी हाँ, सीरीज भी जीत ली है यहाँ पे। ओके गाइज, फटाफट चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर लेना, क्योंकि आगे टी20 मुकाबले उनको भी लाइव लेके आएंगे। इस वक्त बाय बाय, टाटा।
just keep falling away through the innings and never played an innings of substance. They were much better today with South ODI, 3 for 22. Sine Loose got a full ration. It was really tidy today, picking up her 100th international wicket. And Ayabonga Kaka showed skill and control of nerve and bowling at the death and picking up 3 for 29, 7 wickets in the series. We'll take a break and you'll come back to the after-match presentation.
यार मैच कंप्लीट हो गया है। आप लोगों ने जिसने भी लाइक नहीं किया है, जिसने भी वीडियो को लाइक नहीं किया है, सब्सक्राइब करें चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, वीडियो को लाइक करें। आप लोगों का बहुत शुक्रिया। आज मेरा 10,000 सब्सक्राइबर कंप्लीट हो गया है। मैं आने वाली T20 कोशिश करूंगा कि वो भी लाइव टेलीकास्ट करूंगा इंशाल्लाह। तो बेल आइकन ज़रूर दबाएं, नोटिफिकेशन ऑन करें ताकि मैं जो भी वीडियो डालूंगा आप तक नोटिफिकेशन पहुंच जाए। थैंक्स।
So the Momentum ODI series is a thing of the past. South Africa have won 3-0.